And now, Negative 43 TV begins another broadcast day. Negative 43 TV reliably serves Sneedville and all of Purgatory. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever the time of day that Negative 43 TV goes to air, welcome, and we hope you enjoy today's programming.
And we do hope that you enjoy today's programming. Let me get our first hello in here. It's from Ashes611. And if you look in the upper right hand corner, that is my badge. That is my badge. I'll explain more here in just a minute, but here is Sticky TT6. Michael Fox is here. Big OL Pappy is here. King Blazy is here. Populist Uprising is here. TV DVD is here. Oh my goodness gracious mercy me. I think we're just going to kick it right in the nuts here tonight. I really, really do. Welcome to the Order of Action. You're all members, of course.
And now, the official Negative 43 TV jingle written by Skullkid.
Welcome to Sneedville. Here at 43 TV. We keep you up to date with our favorite reprobate, Tyree, Sneed. We're rich gathers as your lovely host.
That's me.
Watch the Batman that you hate the most. We're live here at 43 TV. We're live here at 43 TV. Yeah. I'm saying.
Please welcome the agent that made contact with Tyree Sneed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Money Mike, double OA. Negasonic middle-aged dickhead is here as well. My goodness, we're just lining them up here on this Thursday afternoon. CIA Hole is here as well. Let's hit the button and see what comes next. Or what happens next, your choice.
The views and opinions expressed in the media or comments on this channel are those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcaster, which is Negative 43 TV. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. This channel's owner claims no copyright to said content. The broadcaster of this channel cannot be held accountable for the copyrighted content. The broadcaster of this channel is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify, but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this channel.
Please welcome Red Screen to the show. Yeah, you missed a lot this last week. Blazy's right, you missed a lot. We're going to have a little video to start the show off with. It's the one I opened with yesterday, the one I released yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and run that one at the very beginning of this show so that everybody can get up to speed with what exactly is now going on here. And believe me, it's going on here. Please welcome Chaos. And Nega, thank you so much for those badges. I think I got most of them already loaded into my media assets. So this is, it's all kinds of on here. Silicone is here on this Thursday as well. Let me sneak back over here and once again hit the candy-colored button.
If you have a complaint about something or you find your content is being used incorrectly, please contact the broadcaster prior to making a copyright claim. Any infringement was not done on purpose and will be rectified to all parties' satisfaction.
And that is my email, same as it ever was, Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't ran this one in a while, and I am probably going to regret airing it again right now, but it's what's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, Bow your heads and cringe. It's the prayer right here on Negative 43 TV.
Just understand, man. Pray for me, bro. Real talk. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pray right now, as much as I can. But Lord, please help me and give me the strength to be able to take on and handle all of this spiritual you-know-whats that they're sending at me. Please give me the strength to stand in your name.
I don't usually interrupt the prayer except to say hello and hello to the lobster on this Thursday. I have a read it for the listeners here. CIA Hole says, bow your head, fuckers.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of you-know-what.
You know what?
Right? Or you know what, and your staff, they comfort me. And just stick with me. Please, Lord Jesus Christ, stick with me through all of this.
Nope, you've been abandoned. You know who hasn't been abandoned? Sheriff Gunsent is here on this very, very special Thursday afternoon.
Through the temptation, through all of the evil that's coming at me, please bring karma and justice and true righteousness to this situation. Please.
Chaos. Oh boy, are the cameras watching. I'm assuming you've already seen the video. We're going to begin the show.
Please, as you have never left my side, continue to back me and support me in my cause for doing your work on this planet. Please support me and give me the resources I need. Please bring me people that are going to donate and support me financially. Please bring me the money and tools to do your work on this planet to make sure that I stop these people from child. Hold on.
Fuck you. Oh, man.
God, please help my soul to be at peace. Please help me.
Yeah, he should know that. And again, I'm going to run the video that I ran yesterday, but yes, he is still there, and he is in fact running drones. That is true.
Just be able to learn how to deal the best way possible and not allow evil, malicious energies to affect my peace, my state of mind. Please protect me. And
well, hopefully, Mike, you didn't edit it out completely. Just beep it. Just beep it. We need to know these things.
And I know that you are there with me. I know that you support everything that I am doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the real Tyree Sneed, yet he is so much more. He is, in fact, the guy that is ultimately in charge of the OOA. Indeed, he's the commander of the Order of Action. I like it. It sounds very DC Comics.
Your name, again, please help me, give me strength where I do not have it, to stand up to these oppressors, to these evil people, to this system. Again, please give me all the tools, resources, and people to back me in my effort to completely stop child.
Fuck you, buddy. I'm going to make some things clear to you this afternoon. Believe that to be absolutely true. You're going to hate it.
And to protect the youth and to protect these people from everything that's going on that they're unaware of and cannot protect themselves from. Please help me and give me the strength, God, to push forward in the midst of confusion, in the midst of my anxiety, my frustration, and my not knowing what's going to happen to me next. Just continue to supply me with the faith I need to continue to hold on to you at all costs. And please guide me through this hell. All right? Please just continue to be there and just give me the strength I need to overcome what we all know is going on spiritually behind closed doors. You know, the wicked will never win. They lost the minute they were wicked. They lost the minute they were evil.
Yes, yes.
And I just want to say that I love you, God. I love you, Jesus Christ. Thank you for providing me with the beautiful life that I have lived. Give me more and more time, continue to make me immortal in your name, and have me know, not think, not doubt, but know that I am immortal and I am inconquerable, because I stand in the name of righteousness, in your name, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of God. I stand up to all of these evil people.
No, we're legal. We're connected to the feds. Have you forgotten already? And by the way, our cheer is ooh-wah, ooh-wah, rah-rah, whatever the fuck.
All right, by myself, and I'm never by myself, because you are with me. You and the millions of ancestors that support me. I'm the voice of the voiceless.
Please welcome Connie's crusty charcuter to the meeting. She's a Fed too, Tyree, or Tywee. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. It's going to be Tywee. I may slip up a little bit until the new habit's established, but I got a feeling it's not going to take all that long. It really isn't. And here is the Chronic all day. He's here right now, and he's here live.
Just continue to give me the resilience and strength and just everything. Supply me with all the tools that I need to do this. Please help me to build this entire company business idea into a full-scale agency operation.
Oh, we have a huge announcement here. I will read this for the listeners. It's that important. Sticky says, quick announcement. Handed RTS the showcase with Money Mike. He will do it when ready. Too much going on at the moment. He picked the perfect substitute host for something of this magnitude. Nobody but the OG of Sneedville could ever possibly host this thing, not to mention the OG of Double OA, or ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
To truly stop all of these evil, wicked people's plans and plots for me and for our planet. Please help me to protect everyone here. And, just give me the power. Truly, I need your power. I need your guidance, and I need you. I am aware I cannot do this by myself. It is too much for me to.
You can't do anything by yourself, but of course, we know that because we've been following you for years. We'll get into that here in a few minutes. RTS says, I'll read it for the listeners. He says, Ashes, I'm editing all the shit together because it's all in multiple clips, and we're going to air it this weekend, probably. Oh boy, that could well be the Sneedville event of the year. And we're not even quite through April yet. This is going to be a momentous year. Believe me when I say so.
Handle, and it takes a lot, but this is way too much for me. So I call out to your name, God, Jesus Christ, please. I am begging you to help me get through this. Help me save my life, please.
In fact, RTS, when you figure out about the time that maybe you'd like to go to air, let me know. And I will do Saturday Madness at a special time, whether it's earlier or later. I would probably make it earlier. Maybe do a lead-in show. Yeah, that worked really well for Sticky the first time I did that. Maybe I'll do an opening act show for this one too. Please coordinate with me over at Discord.
Heal me, help me, give me the way. I know you will provide the way. Provide me a way for me to scale through this matrix, through every challenge and obstacle that it provides, and just give me the strength and resilience necessary. Clear the path for me as you have done. Continue to protect me, and just know that every step I take.
I'll read it for the listeners from Sticky. Working a lot and also have to prep for the next Psyche Val. This year's just going to be filled to the brim. It really is.
Is divine, and in your name, amen.
Ooh, that's got a sting still after all this time. Hello again, Sneedville. I am Rich Baritone, and Negative 43 TV is live for Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Yes, indeed, what you see on your screen right now is my badge. The cat came out of the bag yesterday. I am Rich Baritone, but I'm also Major Rich Baritone of the Double OA. Yes, I certainly am. The order of action. We are a government department. We work with the CIA and the IRS primarily. As far as you go, we're mostly working with the IRS. And our job is to keep you broke and desperate by government order. They feel you need to be suppressed and starved. And that is exactly what we are here for. In fact, before we even go to our first video, I am going to read this video's description, Tywee. Yes, I am. And you can start quaking in your holy socks right fucking now. Are you ready for that? We're here to watch you. We are here to watch you 24/7. But you know, surveillance is just part of it, Tywee. We take your donations, which on a typical day is about $250 worth through Cash App per show, at about $500 per show in super chats. Between those two sources of donation, the weekly total that you are bringing in is about $8,500 a week. We take this money legally and distribute the money to church groups throughout the nation. Yes, we here at the OOA legally reroute your donations to church groups by federal order. Don't bother looking for a data trail because there isn't one. All that to say, we get every dime you receive from the public, Tywee. Yes, sir, Tywee. You generate about $32,000 a month for church groups. And you can do nothing to stop it because we are the order of action and we do not rest. And as far as this one goes, Guy, do not, under any circumstances, test our gangster because you will, in fact, get all jacked up. It's absolutely true. So again, let me begin this show with the video that I released yesterday, in which we just put it all out in the open because when Mike visited him this weekend, he figured out that he was government. Well, he didn't figure it out. His paranoid schizophrenia figured it out for him. Nonetheless, it was the correct and proper conclusion. So we just threw in the towel and put it out here in the open. It's going to make everything so much better for everybody involved because we don't have to sneak around anymore. We don't need to be on the down low. We can actually be totally, and I do mean totally, open with what it is that we do. Sticky says May 3rd at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Will that be for the extra footage there? I thought that RTS was going to go ahead and run that. So speaking of running things, let me get this going. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the video that was released yesterday that made it official that we do, in fact, work for the government. We work in a very strong arm of the government. And now, for those of you who don't know, time to find out all about it. I'm going to do everything that I can to be quiet while this show runs because it's got everything you need to know about what's going on here with the new era of Sneedville. Lindsay is here. Please warmly welcome, as always. I'll go ahead and catch up here on the comments. I'll go ahead and do that. Yes, I certainly will, because we're going to be here for a little while yet. Yes, we certainly are. We got a bunch of stuff to get into. Wait a minute. Yeah, Agent 5, go ahead. Just a moment. Okay. What is the perimeter measurement at this time? Over. Okay, tighten the perimeter to 50 yards. 50 yards. Hold perimeter until further notice. Over. And that is the other stuff that I don't need to hide anymore. It used to be I'd mute the mic so I could talk to our agents in Brownsville, but I don't have to do that anymore. It just makes everything much easier and far, far less confusing. Let me hit this button, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is, the admission video. Enjoy. I'm going to try not to talk. Hello, I'm Rich Baritone, and this video is for you, Tywee Sneed. And you're going to be terrified by it. Tywee, there's a line from an old Talking Heads song called Once in a Lifetime. The line is, and you may say to yourself, my God, what have I done? I bring that up only because you're going to be saying that phrase a lot for the rest of your life, Tywee. As always, allow me to explain. First of all, it's true. All of it. You figured us out. At long last, you figured us out. As such, the time is here for us to place our cards on the table, as there is nothing to hide anymore. Will interrupt us to say, yes, I got General Fiorina's payment. I certainly did. It is time for you to know the truth. All of it. Everything you ever thought about Sneedville, it's all true. For one thing, we're all loaded. All of us. I'll explain why right fucking now. We're the feds. Everyone in Sneedville is in fact a federal agent, every last one of us. We always have been, just like you have always believed. You'll also be absolutely terrorized to know that we really are financed by the federal government. The Freemasons and the Red Triangles, they launder this money. Then they distribute the cash to us on behalf of the feds. That's why we're all rich. Turns out you were right all along, Tywee. So yes, we are rich. You are broke, and your permanent state of lack is by design, Tywee. But to call it a plot would be so crude. It's more of an operation, or a mission, if you will. By the way, did you notice the usage of the phrase permanent state in the previous statement? I use that phrase because you will never escape your dilapidated circumstances, Tywee. And that is ensured by the federal government, just like you thought it was. Something else you should know, since everything's out in the open now. There is currently an IRS-sponsored order of action on you to keep you broke forever and seize what money you do obtain. The IRS will then give this money to various church groups, in addition to the order of action, which is commonly known as a OOA. It never expires. And that stolen inheritance you're always bitching about? It was stolen. It was in fact seized by the OOA. And it was a great day, believe me, when I tell you that, Mr. Sneed. I'm going to read this one from King Blazy. Joey gonna send all the feds to federal prison, dog. Yeah, I'd like to see pull that one off, wouldn't you? And you will never see it. Not one penny, baby. We have all of it. Let me take that back just a little bit. The IRS will then give this money to various church groups, in addition to the order of action, which is commonly known as a OOA. It never expires. And that stolen inheritance you're always bitching about? It was stolen. It was in fact seized by the OOA. And you will never see it. Not one penny, baby. We have all of it. Because of this, you will have problems with buying food or anything at all for the rest of your life. Sounds awful, doesn't it, Tywee? Yet it gets worse, Tywee. So much worse.
You have believed for years now that we have agents wherever you may be at any given time. Well, this has been true for the last 6 years. And it also used to be that our agents knew where you were almost all of the time. They now know where you are all of the time. Want to know exactly how that happened? By golly, I'll tell you. On the weekend of April 19th, we deployed a federal agent to Brownsville with a mission so secret, only a select few even knew of its existence. His code name is Money Mike, and he was there to expose things about your surroundings and your world that you wanted no one to know about, Tywee. Mike was there to expose where you work out, the exact route that you wander aimlessly every day. He even found the gas station bathroom you're always in. Money Mike then documented this all on video. Once this was done, and it was, Mike then distributed copies of these videos to local Freemason and Red Triangle operatives. Oh, there are a great many of them. Trust me, Tywee, you can't even fathom the number. But know this, everyone you see at the park when you're doing your stupid chin-ups, Freemason and Red Triangle operatives, all of them. Everyone you pass on the sidewalks of Brownsville, they're the same people. And they're all highly trained, and they're all ready to go at the slightest provocation from you. And it was all brought into focus by Money Mike's James Bond-like surveillance skills. It's true. So you see, Tywee, even before Money Mike made contact with you, his videos had already guaranteed for you the constant presence of our daily surveillance teams in Brownsville, to such a point that escape from them is truly impossible now. Fortunately for you, the mission of the DST is not violence, unless, of course, you want to go there and prove your street cred. They're ready. You aren't. So you won't, because of course you won't. Money Mike confirmed your workout spot, your daily walking or bicycle route, and the gas station bathroom that you frequent every day. But Mike wasn't done. Know what else he did? He confirmed where you're squatting and confirmed that a person that we were all hoping was no longer living at the address is still in the home. Since we believe this to be a dangerous situation, know that the surveillance of this address will be doubled during the times you are verified by field personnel to be at the address. You can thank Money Mike for that. And where are the spies? They're everywhere, you little bitch. They're in the trees, they're in the bushes, they're in the grass. Did you know that some time ago, and using information supplied by Money Mike on a previous undercover mission, that crew planted sub-microscopic sized cameras all through the structure located at the address at which you are now staying? Indeed, we have turned that structure into a paranoid schizophrenic's worst fucking nightmare. And you live there, Tywee. Have fun looking at the cameras, because they are certainly looking at you. I mean, look at everything Agent Money Mike has done to derail your life. And at this point, you hadn't even met him yet, Tywee. That, of course, has now changed to your soon-to-be everlasting regret. Believe me when I tell you that. Another thing you need to know, a side mission of sorts for Money Mike was to prove your unworthiness for, quote, secret missions, end quote. Our overlords were curious. So this is how Mike did this. After initiating contact with you, Mike soon brought up the idea of having lunch in exchange for an interview which you accepted like the starving dog that you are. The moment you accepted that lunch, you proved yourself unfit for high security missions. It only took the offer of a free enchilada platter for you to spill on yourself for 3 hours. If a free platter of food is enough to make you talk, you do not have the nerve or the guts to go on any type of, quote, missions, end quote. Congratulations, Tywee. You failed the test. You should, of course, know that you were never being considered for any agency or high security work. Again, the commission wanted to see the speed at which you would spit the bit and spill your shit. They were not disappointed. In fact, they found you very, very amusing. Your acceptance of lunch, man, it set into motion things you hadn't anticipated, Tywee. Because upon your arrival at that low-class, gas station-attached Tex-Mex restaurant, you know, the one you always go to, at that time, the top priority part of the operation was set into motion. 2 things were about to happen to you that will ruin your life, Tywee, even more so than it already is. It's like this. When Money Mike and yourself were seated, you were seated at a table that had been pre-bugged by the red triangles that are employed there. Before you ordered, Money Mike and the waitress exchanged messages by blinking in Morse code. Now, knowing her commands from Mike, your orders were taken, and it was time to deploy the retro virgin salt that we obtained from a how do I describe her? She was like some voodoo priestess / tarot reader or something like that. It may have been Jamila. She looked an awful lot like Jamila. Anyhow, Tywee, the salt was all over your enchilada platter. Yes, it certainly was. And then you ate it, Tywee. You ate it, not knowing of the spell-laden salt or the curse it carried with it. The curse, you ask? You're never getting laid again, Tywee. That's the curse. You will carry this curse for 50 lifetimes. No antidote, no hope. You're fucked, or not fucked, in this particular case. With that all done, Money Mike then struck you at your weakest point, Tywee. Money. This was the gambit. Want to know what it was? I'm going to tell you. Money Mike offered to buy you a new cape, knowing you would say, just give me the money. And you did say that, Tywee. You did say that. So Money Mike sent you $15, and he sent you so much more. You see that Cash App transfer? Contained a code, a government code, that permanently embedded itself into your Cash App as well as your phone's directory. Does this code steal your money? No, it doesn't. But what it does do is extraordinary. Through your now viral Cash App, your phone now functions as what we call a Google Earth beacon. As of right now, all we have to do is open Google Earth and look at Brownsville, Texas. If you have your phone with you, you will show up in Earth as a blinking pink light, whether your phone is on or off. Checking this effect yourself will not work, as this code cloaks itself automatically, rendering the code's effect unseen to the owner's affected device, therefore unseen to the owner itself. Genius, really. And since this code is already permanently in your phone's directory, deleting Cash App won't rid you of it. It's a part of your phone now, Tywee. The only thing you can do is get rid of your phone, and you can't afford that because you're nothing that you say you are. But at the end of the day, you got donkey showed, Tyree. You did. You're never going to have sex again because of a voodoo curse that was put on your food. You're going to live under far tighter surveillance. And we know where you are at all times because you're basically a lighthouse showing everyone on Google Earth where you are, Tywee. And you know, Tywee, since we're being open and honest here, Money Mike helmed a test mission, like a rehearsal of sorts before the big one. Yeah, just like that. And all jobs assigned to him were completed. But the most important thing, it was clearly demonstrated to you just how easily you can be touched, Tywee. Tywee, you were face to face with a wolf in sheep's clothing. You had lunch with the enemy, with an agent that represents everything you hate the most, Tywee. Now that we know with certainty that you're so unaware of your surroundings as to allow the enemy into your personal space, there's going to be another mission. When, as you like to say, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Sleep with one eye open, biting your pillow tight, Tywee.
Mute game winner. Whoever hits it first has it. But anyway, that was the video where I decided that there was no reason to be in the shadows anymore. He figured it all out anyway. He did. Red Screen is going to get the win on this one. And I'm imagining that this was typed right when I muted, and I got it like 30 seconds later, so I know this is a legitimate win. Congratulations to Red Screen. He wins the first mute game. Let's see how long I can go before I screw up again. Negative 43 TV, 7 minutes after the top of the hour. I am Rich Baritone, and I am Major Rich Baritone of the Double OA. Indeed, the order of action, which has been on your ass, Tyree. It certainly has for the last 6 years. And you know it now. And you were always going on about how we work for the feds, you work for the feds. Yeah, okay. Now that you know, how do you feel about it? And indeed, Commandant Carly Fiorina. Yes, indeed. She works with us, and she sits at the right hand of the real Tyree Sneed, who heads up this entire department. It's absolutely true. It's what you always suspected. And now we're going to show you that it's even worse than you thought it could possibly ever be. Yes, that's what we are here for. It's what we're going to do right now. And as for myself, I'm glad that we're going to start confirming things that you say, because I was running out of jokes. I really was. But this opens up a whole new era, a wide open frontier. Absolutely, for me and everybody else here in the order of action. And we are on Negative 43 TV. So let me go ahead and add this to the stage. Did it go? No. Click it. Oh, okay. Before presenting a screen. All right. I'm still not used to that shit. So let me take the PSYOP down. And now we add to screen. And I'll be dogged, it worked. And now let me uselessly put it into full screen. Again, see, it doesn't really do anything, but that's what we're about. So we are going to listen to I Run This World, and all my actions speak for themselves. I say we're going to listen to it because that bat symbol that you're seeing is all you're going to be looking at for the next, probably 2.5 hours, the way we review things around here. And there really is nothing left to do on this Thursday afternoon except to hit the big candy-colored button. And Let's go.
And we're right back. Welcome to Batman Radio, the greatest radio show of all time. You're
Hello to Eddie Guerrero as we get to go in here.
tuned in with your host, the one and only, the great, the notorious, the famous, successful, extremely wealthy, and always rich because I'm blessed by God, Batman. That's right. So, yeah, like I said, I do what I want to do. When I want to get angry, I get angry. When I want to feel, I feel. I do what I want. And I'm all about protecting people and protecting animals. Yeah, I don't play them games.
But we have confirmed that you killed a ferret. That has been confirmed, and it is in our files. Believe it or not, it's absolutely true. The feds know all about it. They're not happy.
So, like I said, I don't take.
And if the feds aren't happy, we're not happy because we are the feds. Negative 43 TV.
Time out of my program and my show to repeat myself and tell people reality that's already been gone over 8,000 times. Like I said, whatever energy people coming on, make sure that you're clear about the energy you coming on. The fact is, man, that strangers and people out there in the world, you powerless. Nobody could ever affect any moves I'm making, anything I'm building. You could never.
Yes, we are doing something special right now. Isn't it freeing, everybody? You don't have to keep it to yourself anymore. You don't have to hide it from the public at large. You can just step out and say, I am the order of action. It's freeing and very empowering, too. I'm enjoying it a lot.
The effect to tell me anything because I built everything independently and it's privatized. I'm literally sovereign, bro. That means everything I own, everything I touch turns to gold. Everything I own has nothing to do with none of y'all. Nothing. You can never have power over me because I'm not a part of anything y'all got going on, bro. Bro, this country is a joke, bro. Everything that y'all doing.
Please welcome to the show one of the all-time greats. It's Black Label Mark. Welcome to the show. And how are you feeling? And how are you taking the news that I decided to tell Tyree that we are in fact feds and we're all in this thing that we call the order of action. It's very DC Comics, you know.
And talking about is a joke, bro. You talking about a system that's completely broken and designed against people like me.
It's not a society that's broken. It's a department that's functioning at top level speed. You can know that to be true, ladies and gentlemen. It's Lady Nightmare.
And you act like I'm a part of something. I'm not a part of nothing, bro. I'm completely sovereign. That means I stand alone and I stand outside looking in. I'm not a part of your society. So that's what you don't get. I have no standards you can hold me to, nothing. That's why when they all did all their little nonsense, I let them. When people are on something and they want to do something that doesn't make sense and is a bad decision for them, and they already know that they're creating karmic debt and they're going to get that karma, that it's going to come back to them, I let them do it. I let them do it to themselves. You feel me? It's just like all the illegal corruption that's been done, all the lies, all the nonsense. It's just like right now, like why am I, in that position, right, when it was all based off of lies? How would that make sense? I don't answer to any system. That's why people are so frustrated and mad on here, because they want so bad to try to have control over me and my life, but I've escaped that matrix decades ago, bro. Like what? Listen, homie, it is what it is, man. I'm ultra successful. Like I said, I'm billions and
pardon me just a moment. Yeah, Agent 43, read you loud and clear. Go ahead. Okay, at what distance are you keeping the drones right now? That might be a little bit too close. Back that off to about 125 feet. Those drones, those particular ones, will look a lot more like a bird then. Read you loud and clear. Roger out.
Equity mansion in the state, over 2,000 in jewelry. My own car lot, I pay over $100 for it every month. What else? Website worth almost 2 G's. Mineral rights, oil royalties. I built everything with my bare hands and hard work and my own cash and my own brain and my own mind. You feel me? Ain't nothing going. You feel me? So like I said, it's just funny how you got Karens on the internet who they jealous and envious and they think they doing something. Like I said, sending other people to do your dirty work and having them commit crimes is not wise, much less filming.
Well, we all knew that we were double OA or ooh-ah. We all knew that, within ourselves. But for years, I've been calling Tyree stupid and just the old format was getting joked out. But now that everything's out in the open, it's just a brand new frontier for this show right here on Negative 43 TV.
Videos that are out there publicly, I'm not going to take my time to download those videos. No, like, you're going to leave them out publicly because you're not wise. And like I said, in court, we'll just reference them as an exhibit. And it is what it is. All these people are going to go to prison. You know, all I want to see is how much more of these ill-advised, decisions y'all are going to make. Like, how many more crimes are you going to commit? And what's even crazier is how many more crimes are all of these people going to allow you to commit?
Okay, this is part of the new fun stuff. What we do is not a crime. Nothing that we do is a crime. We are the federal government. We do everything under orders. We can do whatever we want relative to you and more specifically to your finances.
Because all you demonstrate every day is the same fact that this system is broken and nobody does their job. And
it just appears that the system's broken. First of all, please welcome Fallout 354 to the show. Again, the system is not broken. As I explained earlier in the show, we instantly take your cash apps, we instantly take your super chats, and we redirect them to church groups. Do you know how much money you're actually making a month that you're not seeing a dime of or any notifications of because we're intercepting them? Huh? You know how much money you're making? About $32,000 a month. That's right, Tyree. You're making about $32,000 a month. Not that you're ever going to see it, and don't go looking for it. You won't find it. Don't even look for like a data trail or anything like that. You're never, ever gonna find it. It doesn't matter if you do or not because we're the federal government. Try us.
And I hear it everywhere. It's going on in Houston right now. Houston literally just made the headlines, bro. And they basically need a Batman. Everywhere I look needs a Batman. They say the same thing. They say, we're alone out here. Ain't nobody helping us. That's been the truth since day one. None of these people know their job description. They don't help anyone.
Indeed, Mark. I'm glad that things seem to be going a lot better. You know, everybody here is with you.
They don't help anything, and they're afraid to get in the mix. That's the whole point. You have to have a Batman. There is no choice. And Batman is going to have to be in Houston. He's going to have to be in Dallas. He's going to have to be in Austin. And clearly, I'm going to have to save everyone. Yep, Batman has to save everybody all the time. It's going to be a 24-hour job. I'm never going to run out of work. Okay? Like I said, TJ.
We have film going back 6 years, which means that we have this entire Batman saga. Yeah, we've got it on ground cameras. We have it in aerial cameras, drone footage, all that. Yeah, we know everything that you do. Everything.
You understand? This is a business over here. I'm the mob, the real mob, right? I'm the DNA of the mob. I'm the mob. I was born into it. I will always be the mob. That means MOBB, baby, the real mob that all you people want to reference in your music and emulate, and you could never walk this walk. You don't know nothing about my life or me or what I've done in these streets or what I've accomplished, right? I'm the most powerful man walking the streets, and you're telling me that people on YouTube want to act cute? Right. What would a gangster do? He's going to keep his cool and be calm because you don't bring it out of me like that, right?
Yeah, it only seems like that, Eddie, but ever since he figured it out, he wanted everything out in the open, and he said, I should be getting all kinds of donations and all this stuff, and he never gets anything. You can find out the truth and then find out maybe you didn't want to know the truth after all, Tyree. The whole $32,000 thing, hey, believe me, there are families all across this country that appreciate you.
And
I can't really say that. They have no idea who you are.
He's going to just, not care because you're a joke. See, if you all were like some real people and some formidable foes, that'd be one thing. The fact is there is no formidable foe for Batman. That's why I already defeated everyone. That's why it's weird. When you've got people in such a delusion of stupor and you've got your enemies literally in a delusional stupor. I mean, they're all in a delusional stupor. They're delusional. When you have them like that, you won. I'm not losing. I'm winning. They're not doing anything to me. You understand? Trying
Again, we have 6 years of proof that you're not winning. You're losing, geez, badly.
to, like agitate me or get me pissed off is not a good idea. Like I said, that's my superpower. That's not going to do anything to me.
Now, later on in this show, he will go into the reasons that he can't fight. And he's also going to mention Trailside Drive at some point. If I don't catch it for me, because when he mentions Trailside Drive, we have a little something to look at. Negative 43 TV, 20 minutes after the hour.
See, that's the part they don't get. They so used to doing these tactics on people. Do they really work on anyone? Because I don't think they do. I really don't. You know what I mean? Like, I guess some people maybe if they're weak, but like real strong people like me that just don't care. I don't care what happens. I don't care about much. I don't care about negativity. You know what I mean? The only thing I care about is my respect. And if I just don't respect you and I already know what you want, and it's people who, like I said, you can look at them and you're going to kind of laugh just looking at them, you're not going to take them seriously. You know what I mean? See, that's the thing. Like, when you don't take yourself seriously, people in the world are going to see that. So we all business over here. Like I said, I'm the real gangster.
Yeah, the system is absolutely working. It's working perfectly. It's doing everything that we set out to accomplish every single day. That's exactly what's going on here.
Do everything by myself, right? I'm a boss. I run the streets. Have all power over the whole world. We run everything coast to coast.
That is some important context. Money Mike says Houston refers to him when he mentions it. Good, important to know as he goes on to talk.
Everybody else just runs their mouth. We run everything at street level. Everybody else just runs their mouth, right? There is no figuring me out. There is no analyzing me. There is no nothing. There's no way for you to be up in my business. There's no way for anyone to know anything about me. I am a walking shadow and ghost.
Of course, Mark.
That's what you need to understand. This is real, what I do. You understand? This is real, what I've accomplished. You understand? You all don't even get it, bro. You be running your mouth to the most powerful man in the world. You're running your mouth to somebody who literally, if you watch the movies, go watch Batman vs. Superman, because that's literally what I do. Identical to what he does in that film is exactly what I do in reality. So you're talking to that guy, right? And you're knowing, like, they know, they literally are, it's a word called ERR, where you err with caution.
Well, where I come from, we say you err on the side of caution, but I'm pretty sure that's a regional thing. RTS says the fate of Houston lies on TJ giving Batman Sneed $5. Glad you brought up TJ. We have dispatched an agent to Austin to talk to TJ and give him further instructions as to what to do next. That's right. You infer from that whatever you will, Tywee.
Move with caution, because they know what it is. They understand the environment and the reality behind it.
You do not move with caution. You accepted a lunch and then started talking about yourself. You proved that you are a weak link and cannot be trusted with any sort of information, important or not. You'll spill over a lunch platter.
And behind me and everything that I've been through and everything they've done towards me at a distance, hiding as a coward, right? They know what it is. It's just a fact. They all know what it is. They all know who run the show.
I'm a few minutes behind it. I don't care. This is from 5 minutes ago. This is how bombed I'm getting over here. I mean, with comments. Red screen, it's a read it for the listeners. He literally asked a total stranger to walk him across the street because of dogs. And he was dressed as Batman.
Streets, they all know what it is. They just don't know, like, how ugly it's gotten. Like, they don't know how bad it really is. They don't know how gangsta I really am. And it's hilarious to me, because I just laugh at y'all. Bro, I'm worse than Al Capone. Al Capone is like a mouse compared to me. Do you understand that? Do you understand that I've been the same dude since day one? See, that's the thing. These people don't seem to get it. You're all in the school of the bums, basically. You're in the school of the homeless individuals who are jealous of other people. You're in the school of thinking stability is even a thing that exists. You're in the school of being naive. You're in the school of delusion. You know what school I graduated from? The school of the streets. The school of being an actual gangster. See, I pride myself on being a gangster not on how much money I
Thank you for that, DVD. We need to choke him off from seeing the actual numbers. Very, very good job. Continue to monitor.
have in the bank, not on the clothes that I wear, not on a bunch of stuff that, I mean, don't matter. I mean, none of it. It ain't gonna go with me. It's not. It's not. It doesn't mean nothing. It's just material stuff that has nothing to do with me. You understand? I pride myself on being a legend. See,
Well, you pride yourself on something that, as you like to say, doesn't exist. I'll read this for the listeners. CIA hole. What or who has he ever saved or protected? Does he have a single accomplishment relative to anything? The answer is, of course, no. And then Fallout 354 asks, is Christina a super secret agent? Well, there's going to be a video here in the next couple of days where I am going to completely lay out Christina, who Christina is, and what Christina's job has been this entire time.
I devoted myself to a cause. I am the League of Shadows. The League of Shadows is real, and guess what? The League of Shadows is what runs the world. I don't care what nobody tells you. Feel me? That company symbol that
The order of action runs your world. Get it straight. Remember this: double OA or ooh-ah, ooh-ah. It'll be easier for you to remember that way.
I created with that big green gorilla, that's
Ooh-ah!
a real thing, bro. I think that really is going to be the symbol of like the whole like galactic federation I'm building. This is a real thing. I mean, I'm going to have to step up and actually protect people in neighborhoods. I think it's going to start at that level. And then I think that it's going to go nationwide and worldwide. I don't think I know, like I could see it all happening. So, like I said, I just keep my eyes on God. I keep my eyes on Christina. I'm a human being. Yeah, I'm going to get mad sometimes. I'm going to get mad because everybody knows who I am. And y'all know I come from a very bad block named Trailside Drive in Austin, Texas. And I don't tolerate people coming out their mouth with my name disrespectful. Right. So when you got people who,
as you can already hear, I like that rather a lot.
who they do everything at a distance and they hide, and then
it's a cruiser. It's a cruiser is what it is.
Start trying to play that game of they want to pretend they want to get me upset. Yeah, I walk away from that every time because that's what you have to do as a gangster. See, the worst ones in the street like me, we have to work on being a better person every day. That's what people don't get. You want to know what's tough? Being someone who comes online and types hate to strangers because you're miserable and everything about you is uneventful and you don't have anything better to do is the weakest person and thing you could be. You know who the strong people are?
Okay, did he mention Trailside Drive there, DZ? I believe he may well have. I've been awfully busy on this side trying to deal with everything. So let's go ahead. Okay, Trailside Drive to Hood. All right. This is why I wanted you to watch this for me, because I got to tell you, everybody's chatting it up, and it's wonderful. It's one of the reasons I am here, but I just keep getting slammed. I absolutely just keep getting thrashed. Okay, he did mention it, and he said it was hard. Okay, let me drop the curtain here, and let's see, we'll go ahead and remove this and stop the screen so I can start all over again and bring up the appropriate tab. Let's go share screen. There it is, what we are going to watch right now. And I mean, we're going to watch it right now. Yes, we are. There it is. We're going to watch. Tyree Sneed says, Trailside Drive, look it up. Negative 43 TV News looked it up. Tyree Sneed blew it. Clown, that's the name of this video. So, yeah. Whatever he mentions, Trailside Drive from here on out, this is what you're dealing with. Negative 43 TV. I'm going to check the comments for new arrivals after that. Just going to start at the beginning, or the bottom, or whatever. Hello again, Sneedville. I'm Rich Baritone. Lately, Tyree Sneed has been telling the bamboo house story quite a lot. It goes that Sneed built a bamboo house on his front lawn when he was 4. A bully came along and knocked it down, and Tyree then, quote, broke the bully's leg off, end quote, with a bamboo stick obtained from the wreckage of this 3 little pigs delusion. Oftentimes in the retelling of this lie, Sneed will say, and I quote, Trailside Drive, look it up, claiming it to be in the hood. So, of course, I looked it up. I started by asking Google the obvious question, where is Trailside Drive in Austin, Texas? The answer turned out to be quite luxurious. Trailside Drive is in the Austin suburb of Barton Hills. I will read the description for you right now.
Bordering Lady Bird Lake, the Barton Hills area is a top destination for outdoor recreation. 350 acres, Zyger Park features a spring-fed pool called Barton Springs, plus botanical gardens, a sculpture garden, and athletic fields. It also plays host to the annual Austin City Limits Music Festival. The Barton Creek Greenbelt offers miles of rugged hiking and biking trails, as well as seasonal swimming holes.
Sounds great, right? It sure does. So what is the most expensive suburb in Austin, Texas? I'll just be damned, it's Barton Creek. And it says right here.
Additionally, the neighborhood surrounding area is lovely and includes several local parks, greenbelts, and Barton Creek. Home values here average $2.3 million.
Okay, so I made a mistake,
making it Austin's most expensive suburb. Oh boy, just look at all this. Beautiful public parks, 5-star resorts, exclusive golf clubs, super expensive apartments. Opulence meets nature. It's safe, it's clean, it's not the hood. And Tyree Sneed is never going back to this. Ever. Holy, you blew it, Batman. I'm Rich Baritone, and until the next time, I'll talk to you.
So that is the reality of that entire situation. Trailside Drive doesn't even sound hood, and believe me, it wasn't hood. There's nothing hood about it. There's never going to be anything hood about. Trailside Drive in Barton Creek is the most, I said the most expensive suburb in the United States. Think about that for a minute. He grew up on the most exclusive residential real estate in the country. You can just, obviously, we know that he's yanking dicks when he claims to be from the hood. God knows we have actual documentation of it, but I wanted to show you that video because nothing could ever be that could be that appropriate to just totally dispel that claim. So here we go. We're going to go back to the main feature. We certainly are. It is I Run This World and all my actions speak for themselves. We will go on. I've been talking a lot here. We're only at the 9:55 point, and this thing's an hour and 40 minutes long. And we might be here till sunup if I don't shut up.
Tell you who the real strong people are in this world, man. The strong people are like the dudes in prison, okay, that literally have had people make so many attempts on them, right? Just like me, just like people try to do with me, and these same people online have tried to do towards me, right? While they hide, right? But there's dudes in prison that people have made a million attempts on, and the dudes who do it generally are not hiding. Okay, I mean, if you're in prison,
that's a good question. With his self-esteem problems, I would say probably. Well, tell us something, Mike.
It's an all-out you-know-what zone sometimes. It's just subjugated a certain way and built a certain way. It's within walls, which makes it really worse because then people are opportunistic, common sense when they move and how they move. That's why people, if they're smart, they're strategic.
Yeah, I never got the logic of, well, I can't pay my child support. We're going to throw you in jail. Well, how am I going to pay my child support? Guess you're just going to get that much further behind.
See, this is the thing y'all don't get. I'm adaptable. I could be in any environment and still take everything over and still run everything. I could be in any environment and still be a boss. The trick in this life, okay, if you're going to be a real man and you claim to be a thug or a gangster, the trick is to not let people trick you off your throne. That means with jails and prisons too. It means you don't put yourself in a predicament ever to lose your freedom or go to prison and jail.
Right there is an excuse to not fight. Right there is the usual excuse to be a complete pussy. Start fights that you have no intention of fighting. Yeah, that's pretty vaginal.
If you ever go to prison or jail, it better be an accident, because if it's not, you're a coward and you messed up and you made a mistake. Meaning, if you ever go to prison or jail, it better be that you made a mistake. Right? Now, let's say you're in that environment, right? Hold up.
Hold up. Hold up. As always, you get a lot of these. Oh, okay.
So now let's say you're that environment, right? What's a real man going to do? In martial arts, the first thing they teach you is if you have to run, run. That's the first thing they teach you.
The first thing they teach you is if you have to run, run. There you go. There you go. Go down there. Next person go down, confront him. You'll never have to lay a hand on him. Even if the order says to kick his ass, I don't think you'll have to. I don't think you'll get a chance. You'll turn on heels and run like a bitch, unless of course you're faster than he is and you can catch him. What am I saying? Anybody can do that.
They don't teach you, oh, you got to be brave all the time. They don't teach you all this other nonsense. You know what the next rule is? If you can defeat your opponent mentally, you never have to resort to anything physical.
Yep, that is the basis of I can win fights without fighting. That thought right there encapsulates the entire thing. 37 minutes after the hour, negative 43 TV, a major rich baritone, double OA.
That's why you don't understand. You don't understand. I'm the best martial artist that ever walked this planet. I'm extremely spiritual. I'm the most spiritual being there is, and I literally rule the whole spiritual realm. Okay? I have every entity that will ride for me at my beck and call. I can summon any entity in this universe. Do you understand that? All I have to do is give them the word. You feel me? Hey, guess what? Get them. There you go. Now, continuing forward, like I said, and this was something that I already did. I already did it. Yep, back in the day. Yep, just what was it? Only like a month ago. And look at the tirade that these ghosts and spirits went on. Straight up. I don't know what you talking about, bro. Like I said, talking and speaking my name and having malice intent and wishing people not good that you don't know is not a good idea.
No, and it's not that we are wishing you no good. It's our job to ensure that your life is no good. You've been deemed a menace. You've been deemed a menace by the federal government, and it is the job of this department to suppress you and take your money.
Because this Batman here knows how to run everything in the spiritual realm. I don't have to lift a finger to get at nothing and nobody. I don't have to lift a finger to get at nobody. Nope. I got spirits that ride for me and protect.
Again, he can win a fight without fighting. Totally, again, clitoris-like. Let's put it that way.
I mean, man, I got ancestors. I got. They ain't playing. You think my father ain't gonna ride for me? All day he gonna defend his son. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Your father's spirit is currently kicking your ass just like he did when he was alive.
These people don't understand because they don't have a soul. They don't believe in spirits. Feel me? Like, yeah, y'all know what it is. You perplexed. You looking up to me in amazement and you looking up to me in astonishment. Just say the truth. You all admire me. Okay, cool. It is what it is. Like I said, all my decisions make sense. I'm going to keep on, being lax in front of y'all and being nice and being respectful.
Holy shit. Money Mike says, reading this for the listeners, when I first walked into the bathroom at the sports complex, Tyree was in there playing the Batman theme song, Swear to God. And please welcome, indeed, Joey's ancestors. He was just talking about you there, fat ass.
Even if you're not. And you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep on being a cool customer because that's what real gangsters do. So you understand, bro, if you're talking to the guy who
We're being really literal around here right now. Welcome to the show.
is the mob, right? And you're talking to literally the guy who does everything by himself. I don't have no friends. I don't talk to nobody, right? I don't care if you twist my word.
And I'm glad that you support us. Again, I'm sorry. I just saw that truly melon-esque, truly pumpkin-like head and just reacted. I'm sorry.
It's because I ain't scared of nothing and nobody. There's nothing y'all can do. We all know who's who. We all know reality. We all know what it is. It's been explained a million times, bro. Cowards are not going to move on me. Cowards are not going to
Like I said earlier, he found the bathroom that he is in every single day, and that's it. Man, that's just good work.
tell me anything or what to do. People have to just go their own way, go their own direction, and mind their business and do what they do and keep walking. That's how it goes out here in reality. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like I said, people don't come near me, bro. People already have an understanding of what it is. There's fans, and even the fans keep their distance. They do they stuff online, you know, trying to show that they a fan and stuff, and that's it. But, you know, people don't walk up on me. All them games, that will never be a common trend. You know, I'm just telling you the truth.
You just said people don't walk up on you. Did you really just say that? You had lunch with the enemy, Tywee. You had lunch with a federal agent that had permission and clearances to absolutely kick your ass should it come to that. Fortunately for you, that really was not his mission. That mission's coming later.
People know better. You know what I mean? Everybody, even these people that want to, you know, act like they don't understand reality and they're literally delusional, they still know better. You feel me? It's very simple. There's a line and you won't cross it. You see, that's my thing. Like, I don't respect people who act like, oh, I'm gonna cross the line. Oh, look, oh, I'm putting my toe in the water. Oh, but they won't cross the line. You see what I'm saying? I don't respect that. Make a decision, man. You know,
the line was crossed. The line was crossed. He was right there. What, 3 feet away from you? Yeah, your bat senses didn't start tingling. See how easily you can be touched. See how easily people can get inside your personal space just by an offer of food. You are absolutely clueless. Your guard is down all the time. Again, he was close enough to do something about it. But this is like the moon missions. You know, they sent a couple of astronauts up to the moon and they just, you know, orbited a couple of times and came back. They did that a couple of times before they actually landed on the moon. Needed to check some things out, don't you know? That's kind of what Money Mike did this weekend. He ruined your life. You just don't know it.
you know what I mean? Actually, out there, I'm talking about.
Actually, you do know it. I know you saw that video.
In all reality, I don't care who you are, man. Like, either cross the line or don't. That's how it go. And like I said, nobody will cross the line. Why? Because they know reality. Because everything that I've done and all my actions are not in vain, and they hold a whole lot of weight. And I run the streets. People know who I am. People know better. People know I don't play games. People know how I get. Right. And people know that my anger is literally limitless and I'm in full control of it. See, that's the funniest thing, too, how they still try to talk about me or to me like I'm not the engineer of all this. I'm the puppet master. All y'all are my puppets. All y'all are my chess pawns. You understand? Like I said, if I was evil, I could be a hell of a joker, bro. Seriously, bro. I'd be downright scary.
Under this level of surveillance, you can't even jaywalk.
I mean, I already am as Batman. Imagine if I went all full out Joker with it and didn't care about right and wrong. Can you imagine? You see what I'm saying? See, that's the thing, bro. Like, you do understand, like, you know, I'm not even going to entertain that. See, that's the thing. I really am Batman. I'm righteous. I'm incorruptible and I'm righteous. And I believe in those concepts because, like,
please welcome Agent Brother R-Dash to the show. 44 minutes after the hour, 16 minutes until the top of the next one.
He said that makes you like them. So that's why you're so surprised. You're not really surprised or perplexed. You want to act like it because you know that I'm incorruptible. You know that I'm a righteous person. You know that I for sure don't try to do the things you do towards anyone. I'm a good man. I'm a good person. I believe in treating human beings right. And that's all. I just don't sit there and let people mistreat anyone in front of me, right? Or be cold or be inhumane. Like, no, that's how I've always been. I've been like that since I was yay high, bro. Like, really, my mentality, my whole life.
Did you see the video? The $15 in the food was all part of the plan. Yes, it certainly was. When he sent him the $15, he sent him a government code that embedded itself into his phone's OS as well as his Cash App. And that code turns him into a Google Earth beacon. If you open up Google Earth and check Brownsville, Texas, if he has his phone with him, he will show up on Google Earth as a blinking pink light, whether the phone's on or whether it's off. So that's where the $15 came in. The food, well, he took him where he wanted to eat by design. Once the waitress got the order and got the order from Mike, went back to the kitchen, and the food was liberally coated with what they called retro virgin salt. It's kind of a voodoo curse from Jamila. Yeah, that's who we bought it from. We bought voodoo curse salt from Jamila and buried your enchilada platter in it.
Has been if people want to act.
The curse is he will never get laid again, ever.
Cold, I'm literally able to demonstrate and show like coldness, like it's an igloo.
And that really is another thing. That was part of the test to see just how trustworthy he is, how tight he is with his information, how easily he's bribed is what happened there. And he's bribed very easily. An $8.99 enchilada platter was all it took for him to start talking for 3 hours, man. That's all it took. If somebody's lips are that loose, do you really want to trust them with any information at all? Of course you don't. And he was never under consideration for any missions or anything with the OOA at all. Our overlords just wanted to be amused.
Like on a whole nother level. That's what people don't get. I'm the coldest thing walking. Burr, like Gucci Man. I said burr, right? Real talk though. You know, this is the thing people don't get, man. Like, you know, I crack a joke here and there. Like I'm kind of a little comedian, you know what I mean? I make people laugh. I put a smile on people's face. But man, that same entity that put a smile on your face, bro, can sure wipe that smile right off your face real quick.
You know, that's a funny thing about it, Sticky. He won't have to wonder about it anymore. That, oh, y'all agents, blah, blah, blah. Pardon me. Yeah, it's a lot worse than that. You saw the video. I know you did, Tyree, but we're working with the Red Triangles as well as the Freemasons in Brownsville, Texas. They're part of our daily surveillance teams, our DSTs.
Quick. It don't matter who you is. You feel me? See, this is the thing people don't get. I do what I want to do. I'll do what I want to do with all y'all and considering all y'all. You forgetting who you're talking to.
And yes, that person that came to see him was in fact Agent Money Mike.
Yeah, I don't need to remind you. You know what it is. You feel me? So like I said, let's stop with this cyber stuff, this fake stuff. Nah, stand on it. Feel me? Like I said, do something. Real talk. I've been telling all y'all the same thing to your face. Do something. Don't do no fake talking. Don't entertain fake worlds and fake realities and fake possibilities and delusion. We don't do that. Do something. Stand on it. And since y'all ain't going to do nothing, okay, keep it walking.
You're under 24/7 surveillance. Right now, there are no less than 15 agents within 300 yards of you, within a circumference of 300 yards of you. You're surrounded. You may not be surrounded tightly right now, but you're surrounded. And those birds you see overhead, half of them are drones.
That's the school I come from. I'm never going to change. Nope. It's either you deliver, you don't write checks you can't cash. You say something, you say you're going to do something, you say you want something, do it.
Yep, remember that. It only looks like a sparrow, but it's not.
Because I ain't scared of nothing and nobody, bro. There's nobody in this world, okay, that's going to out crazy me or sun me or G-check me or tell me one thing. You understand that? Maybe you forgot who I am. right? So, like I said, again, when people come, yeah, they come correct. They come on some fake energy.
When they come correct. They come on fake energy. He was right in front of you. He was sitting right in front of you. Yeah, a federal agent, a double OA agent was sitting right across the table from you. And you have no Batman sense. You certainly have no Spidey sense. You certainly have no common sense.
Like I said, all y'all online, you better talk the same way you talk in reality to my face. You better talk the same way online on.
Yeah, or yes, indeed, Skip. He's going to find out that this was probably the single worst thing that's ever happened to him in his entire life, because everything he suspected is true. It's out on the table. Now try to hold on to your sanity.
On your computer. You feel me? I don't know what you talking about, little homie. Feel me? Like I said, I know what it is. People want me to talk greasy. That's why I don't. Because I can really talk greasy, dog.
You don't talk greasy because you simply do not have the guts or the nerve. Negasonic middle-aged dickhead says, for the listeners, good news, Carly Fiorina just funded for 24 hours by satellite tracking. Elon Musk designated a battle light just for him. She sent the messages with nudes of herself. Boy, she's a spicy one, isn't she?
I get paid to talk greasy. What do? Do you get paid? Remember.
Oh, boy, do I get paid. Everybody here is double OA. Everybody here is loaded. Yes, they certainly are. We get our money from the government, but first it's laundered by the Freemasons and the Red Triangles, and then it's distributed to us. Another thing you've been right about all along. It would have been better to just leave it at you just shooting delusions into the dark, huh? Well, if it's true, is it really a delusion? And if you really are being watched, are you really paranoid?
You all pay for my meals. Y'all put cash in my pocket and hit my Cash App. You got sunned. End of story. Drops mic. Everybody gets sunned, fool. When it comes to Tyree Sneed, this is what people don't get. I'm a chameleon, bro. I've been doing my things all over the country since day one. Like I said, I don't do no talking. I don't talk to people. You understand? I don't have to talk to people. Talk about what?
Talk about anything other than what you talk about. If you did that, why, you might not be under 24/7 surveillance. Aunt Carly could get it. That's what I've heard. I've got one question. Is she as flexible as people say she is?
Like I said, someone's hating on me. It's not going to change my life and my reality. I'm going to stand.
I mean, I heard she could rim herself, but you know those nasty rumors.
Up all day. I ain't got to talk. No, I just take it to court. Nope. Talk to my lawyer. Like, well, who's your lawyer? I don't need one. Common sense. Like, you're answering your own questions. Y'all don't know how to think. Nobody holds a lawyer on retainer, bro, when there's no purpose of having one. Why would?
Well, you say that you have a lawyer all the time. Of course, we know that's not true. I mean, we know more about you than you do.
I need one when you all are the criminals and everything you do is illegal. Common sense. What? Like, bro, I've had attorneys in the past. I've paid money for attorneys. Never took anyone to court. Never sued anyone. So what are you talking about? Never filed a lawsuit. So what are you talking about? These people really get on here and act like they just like delusion is like the new gold. Like that's going to make a standard for something, bro. You people is weird, man. Delusion is what will get you nowhere and to be a failure like all of these people on this network who can't even build a basic business. I'm compounding businesses right now. Oh, by the way, like I said, I can literally design logos. These are just talents I have, and I know how to deliver it the right way with my words. But the truth is, I can design logos.
Oh, can you really? Well, it's funny that you should mention that. You know what I got here in the media assets? Upper right-hand corner, everybody. Here is what he is speaking of. Yes, indeed. If you can see it, if you can read it, it says Sneed Enterprises. It looks okay, right? You want to know It's stolen. Yes, it is. It's stolen intellectual property, and he stole it from Sticky TT6. It's absolutely true. Right there is, in fact, proof. And we're going to do something with that because that's a copyrighted image. Expect to hear from his lawyer before too much longer, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put this up for one of our beloved allies, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the Red Triangle Syndicate. Welcome them to the show because they're here.
Right. And I could build another business designing logos for businesses. Right. Just like I do digital fitness training. And
yep, you can go to Wix and design it in 2 minutes.
And I can give anyone in the world, right, advice, and I can teach you how to build a successful business and channel on YouTube. And I'm about to create another business doing that as well. And my pricing is going to be at least like $50 to $100 to $500. Straight up.
$50 to $100 to $500. That tight focus is so very typical of Tyree. Excuse me just a moment. Yeah, I read you 43. Go ahead. Okay. The sewer trolls, are they directly underneath him right now? Oh, okay. I know there's a backup unit there. Call them up as well. Let's make sure that we got those trolls completely under the sidewalk where he's at. Okay, over.
Like, what are you talking about? Why would I not do that? Like, straight up, y'all got the Cash App, man. Like I said, we offer tons of services over here, and it's all just to help people and help the public. You know what I mean? There's nothing nobody can do. Nobody can stop it. It's the right thing to do. It's all legal by the book. I follow the law with everything I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Barkana Bracken. He is, of course, Red Pill. What's good, Sneedville? It's the new era starting right now. We're all out. It's all out in the open. He knows now for certain that we are all federal agents. And I have introduced him this afternoon to the division that we all serve under, and it is the Order of Action.
Like I said, that's the truth. I can help people build successful channels real quick because I know how to do it and I proved it, right? Because this one's successful. So see, I'm compounding businesses. I got the digital fitness training. I got Cashless Bang, the record label. Like, no, I put my worldwide website out from time to time. So for the guy that you want to talk down on, man, he sure has a lot going for him. Like I said, these people aren't fun.
Well, I got to admit, Red Pill, you're blowing me out of the water too.
Funny, they're not cute. Like, bro, the way you talking, we don't tolerate. It's just clear as day, bro. And you already know what's good. Boy, miss me with that, man. Like I said, you forgetting I'm from the real hood, bro. I was in the Bluff in Atlanta, bro.
I'm glad. I'm
Feel me?
glad you brought that up, R-Dash. We will be able to track him when he's out offering services because, of course, his phone is absolutely bugged. And he's surrounded by cameras and drones everywhere he goes. So the next time he goes to stick that 9-inch crank into his diseased mouth, he needs to ask himself, is somebody going to put this up on OnlyFans?
No, see, when I'm dealing with fake people, I know how to act too. I'll act so good, you'll have to give me an Academy Award, homie. Feel me? Yeah, it's called acting. I'm acting, and guess what? You all got played again. Like I said, you got played. Y'all always get played, bro, little homie.
Did he actually say that he was looking for you to put a pill in his drink? He didn't know anything about the voodoo salt, did he?
Act like you don't know where you at. Y'all know where you at, man. Like what?
All idiots expect spiked drinks. It's when you have really deep connections and coordination that really good things happen, or bad, depending on who you are. You're never getting laid again, Tyree. It's voodoo curse. You ate it.
Bro, down here, you gotta understand, this is a real area, bro. We next to the border of Mexico, homie. You know what I mean? People don't come around here messing around. I'll tell you straight up, bro. I'm just being
sewer trolls will do the job. They're kind of hard to train, but
honest, bro. People don't do it. You know what I mean? And then to think, if you use your mind and you can think, you're going to use common.
Say it with me. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
Sense what you lack and realize this guy runs everything down there. He's the boss and he ain't afraid of nobody. And he's literally not only challenged everybody, but put illegal organizations out of business hands on. Right. But yeah, I'm going to pretend. Yeah, nah, people don't do that. Nope. Like, nah, you ain't that crazy. Nope. See, you're what you do is
Those nanobots cost money. Yeah, generally, if we're going to dose drinks, we're going to do it the old Bondian ways. We have experts at that. But man, God, I can't see spending, what, $5,000-$10,000 to spike a drink. Those fucking things are expensive.
slow. You're ill-advised. You make ill-advised bad decisions because you don't think things through. You see what I'm saying? You're not courageous. You know what I mean? And it shows. It shows with their words. It shows.
All right, Money Mike giving us insight to exactly what happened, a little bit of insight. He says, reading it for the listeners, of course, he did not seem too worried about his drink being in the bathroom for 20
Shows with
minutes.
their actions, and it shows with all their videos, with
Hoo-ah!
all their corny videos. Listen, homie, I don't talk to nobody anymore. I'm Batman. What would I talk about? I'm just being honest. If anyone ever talked to me, anyone ever approached me, anyone ever tried to ask me a question, I literally would look at them and say nothing.
That is not what occurred. That's not what occurred. Oh boy, that's not what occurred. It was simply one of the worst days of your life. It will become clear to you that that is exactly what that was.
Because I'm Batman. I don't speak through words anymore. I speak through action. I'm a revolutionary.
Well, this guy's a target precisely because he has no actual value. He's just been declared at a federal level to just be a menace to society. So our job is to suppress him, keep him down, and again, reallocate every dime that he gets.
See, this isn't fake. It's the real thing. I'm the real Batman. Like, if I have a problem and an issue or a beef, right? I mean, it's just common sense. I handle it as Batman. I don't handle it in front of people as Tyree Sneed. Tyree Sneed is pretty much like a thing of the past. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, there it is. I've been saying this for years. He's like Peter Sellers. Peter Sellers himself, without the talent. But Peter Sellers was asked, well, what about you? What do you like to do? He would say, in all seriousness, Peter Sellers doesn't exist. Peter Sellers doesn't exist. This is the personality I'm using to talk to you right now. But Peter Sellers doesn't exist. Neither does Tyree Sneed. And he finally admitted it.
I'm Batman. That's what you don't get. I went through an entire transformation for this. You wanted to play with my name? Cool. Well, who's Tyree Sneed, bro? Who is that? Y'all think I'm playing, bro. I don't even know who that is, bro. Straight up, bro. Because I'm Batman.
I think they call that disassociation. Something like that. It's just really, really weird. Red Screen's got one for us here. Read it for the listeners. Rich, hopefully he doesn't find out that we made a voodoo doll of him and gave it to Cyrax. So if he wonders why he still smells like shit, well, it's because the voodoo doll is somewhere special inside Cyrax. In Cyrax. Oh, I knew what you meant.
Like, I'm the real Batman. You feel me? That's how I'm not in character, right? I'm not acting. I'm not trying out for a movie, little homie. This is what I do. I was born to do this. Oh, and don't get it twisted. I mean, Tyree Sneed is right here. I love being me. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, no, I'm Tyree Sneed. I'm proud as hell of it. But I'm just saying, I'm making jokes. I'm lying on World Star like y'all again.
One of these days, seriously, I'm gonna get a turkey call. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get a turkey call.
Man, y'all be funny, bro. All that fake talking, man. You notice how I really don't make friends out of none of you people? Nobody. I don't got a friend in the world outside of Christina. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is a project that is definitely in the pipeline. We are going to expose all of his racist videos, every one of them, and we're going to put them into the Brownsville Facebook group, just like you said. Oh, it's so freeing to have everything out in the open. We don't have to hide anything anymore. Make sure you get a lot of 3 foot tall references in there. They'll love it.
I don't mess with you people. I'm not your friend. Real talk. You know what I mean? I'm not your friend. None of you. Friend to none of you. That's why I tell you that. Yeah. I mean, it's called getting outsmarted. Like I said, did I put cash in your pocket? Did I donate to you? Did I buy you a meal? Nope. Feel me? It is what it is, man. If anybody took a loss, it's you. If anybody should be mad right now, it's you.
Now, for anybody that ever thinks about doing anything for him out of the goodness of their heart, this is why you don't do it. He doesn't appreciate jack fucking shit. He is that evil and that entitled. Fortunately for him, he sees it as a win for himself. Oh man, you're so fucked. You're so fucked. You can't go anywhere that we can't find you in Google Earth. And you ate a voodoo curse that guarantees you will never have sex again. And God only knows what else is in that curse. We got it from Jamila, and we told her who it was for.
You feel me? And that's what you is, right? Oh, you mad about the fact that I got a girlfriend named Christina who's real as hell and we talk on the phone?
We're going to go into Christina in my next video. Christina isn't who you think she is at all. No. It's even worse than you might imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a new arrival in Sneedville. It's Dame D. And no, he's 5'8". His arrest records have him at 5'8".
Are you mad about that? You mad because she helps me sometimes? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? You mad?
Absolutely, all of those. God bless you. God rest you, Tiffany.
I know you mad. You mad because my girlfriend is gorgeous, inside and out. She's beautiful. She's 1,000% real.
Again, I'll go into that in my next video. I'm not going to say anything here. Wait until you hear this dossier, Tywee. You're going to love it, or more accurately, hate it. Ladies and gentlemen, a new arrival in Sneedville. Please welcome Legal Code to the show.
She supports me. She has my back. She loves me. And she's a real person, and she deserves to be happy. And what makes her happy is me. You know, she picked me out of anyone in the world. You know, she's a very, good-looking girl, good-looking woman. She could have anyone she wants. That's the truth. She's completely set on me. That much I feel and know. She wants nothing else but Tyree. I know that for a fact. She doesn't want anyone but me. She has a huge crush on me, and she's in love with me. And that's what love is, and that's the way that it is and begins, and that's what it is. You know, you have to understand, we're in a relationship. We've been in this relationship for, really over a year, really years on and on.
Yeah, that is what the hunchback is. It's Christina. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Robinson. And as you know, Jesus loves her more than she will know.
Off technically, because it was already going on for a while. I mean, when I was up there in Green Bay, I was talking to Christina, so we really talked, like, we've spoken quite a lot. I'd like to talk a little more, but she's just going through a lot, just like I'm going through a lot. We're both kind of going through hell. It is what it is, man. My whole deal is, like I said, I'm not going to do no talking. I'm letting you know right now, I'm not doing no talking at this point.
That's all you do is talk, and the only reason you talk is because we allow you. You're so far under our thumb. See, sometimes it's better to not know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, isn't it? Joe Pat Kraker makes a little statement here. I'll read for the listeners. When you say, I have a girlfriend and she's real as hell, it's not a good sign, Mongol boy.
Nothing to talk about. Batman is a man of action. There's no purpose in me talking to none of you. I don't care who you are. Anyone in the world, I'm letting you know right now. It's a PSA public.
Hey, good music is good music. And I'm a Simon and Garfunkel fan myself. Just don't say that in front of Art Garfunkel. Art? It's kind of an ironic name. He's not really down with them.
Service announcement. Spread the word and tell everyone. Batman ain't doing no talking.
Definitely real.
Talk. You understand? I got too much power. Real talk. I got the world in the palm of my hands, little homie. I got all the power in my hands, bro. Batman goes on missions. I do it.
Money Mike, reading it for the listeners, of course. He was wearing a pair of Jordans Monday. Said he got them at the church crew.
I don't do no talking. I'm an enforcer. You feel me? So, like I said, the days of the past are over, right? Just like the fact that none of you have built a future. You have nothing going for you. You can't build a future. Fact, none of them have a future. None of them are progressive. None of them are successful. None of them can become anything. None of them will ever be anyone. Like I said, what you worried about me for? Because I'm the only one who actually knows how to go out and get it and hustle and do something? Bro, we're entering the greatest depression of all time right now. And these people will still talk to me about money, but they seem...
We are not in a depression. We're not in a depression. You're broke by design. It's always going to seem like there's a depression going on to you. And it's because of us.
Me, I have know-how of survival. That's why I'm always hustling the right way, always making money with my business, always creating the next
Can you get me one that's about Tyree pitched? That's fucking great.
check, always working, and you still sit there and want to project. Yeah, I don't play like that, little homie. The only people who don't have money here is you. It's been like that since day one, since I was born, bro. I've been had money my whole life.
You have no money. I've told you why. And everybody here, everybody that you see in this chat right now is loaded. We're all on the federal payroll, and they pay us really well to make sure that you basically do not escape out into society any more than you already have.
What? I ain't never been homeless. I ain't never had the problems y'all have. So what are you talking about? The only way anyone can approach me is talking to me straight up reality, bro. When you get in a coalition and you start trying to play these games.
Oh dear, I just realized what with the more serious tone of this particular show, I have not yet called Smoke 'em if you got 'em, and we're an hour and 40 minutes into this thing. Oh, geez, just because I work for the government doesn't mean that they're piss testing any of us, because they're not. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, everyone.
With words and saying that I'm you and all that, that's illegal, bro. You go to prison for that. That's not smart. See what I'm saying? People who are smart,
brought about by our isolation of him,
they're gonna make better decisions. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole thing, man. Like in the Batman movie, they didn't even do that. They still acknowledged reality, bro. All this other stuff, y'all are a joke. I'm just telling you straight up, bro. Y'all are my entertainment. Like I said, every day it's like, what are the clowns doing now?
I'm not gonna read that for the listeners. You're just gonna miss out.
Straight up, I'd be watching you clowns laughing. Feel me? I watch the little wannabe jokers and laugh because you ain't no joker. Like I said, nah, Joker got busy. Joker was about something. Joker was out in the street. Joker was very intelligent. Joker was sending messages. I'm just saying the truth. Y'all ain't no jokers, bro. Y'all are a sideshow circus act. Y'all are like the Ringling Brothers.
The Ringling Brothers. The Ringling Brothers. Okay, I should have it should be time for someone to report here in a couple of minutes.
Feel me? Real talk. You know what I mean? Like I said, what you worried about me for, man? These people think winning and losing is a possibility in life. Bro, like I said,
I think it's sticky under an alias, everybody. It's Trivium TT6.
I could care less what I go through, what happens to me, nothing. I won. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You get it in. When people want to pretend they want to compete, I shut them down and I shut it down and I win. I won. It's over with. There's nothing you can do. A lot of people, man, they're just sore losers, man. They just, they don't like to lose, but they always losing. They stay failing because of their mentality, man. And I just think it's hilarious, man. Like I said, I'm gifted. I'm blessed, divinely protected. I'm taken care of by God. I don't speak to nobody no more. God, let God do the talking. What I got to say to you? I built this whole career, bro. I didn't have to say a word to do this. Like I said, my live streams are getting more views too. So when
all right, well, welcome to Sneedville, Trivium.
When I do talk, I only drop jewels and drop truth. You know what's why? Because I'm a prophet. Not only am I a prophet, right? But I'm literally like the whole future. You understand? I'm a truth teller. You understand? Like, I talk about what it really is, man. They compared me, what was it, to like a siren. That's what they said. I have like a siren energy. Like, I don't have to talk.
A siren energy? Weren't the sirens females? I believe they were. Somebody get me up to speed.
Because what I'm doing isn't fake. See, that's the thing. If I was a guy who just put on a costume and stuff and posed and pretended and was trying to be cute, that'd be one thing, but no.
Okay, one of Sticky's friends. Again, welcome to the show, and we're always going to be glad to have you.
I'm the real Batman. See, that's the whole thing. You all don't even understand the transitioning. And
yes, that's right. A woman that leads sailors to their deaths. He has siren energy.
A genius, the thoughts and how I mix everything up the way.
So he's saying that he's a dangerous cunt? I don't know.
That I'm supposed to and the way I want to. And it's a mixture of genius. That's the whole point, bro. I'll tell you straight up what it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. This whole channel is a front, smart one. All of this acting and persona stuff is to make it look cute for you and the public.
Acting and persona stuff is to make it look cute for the public. You failed. You failed miserably. And Hatfield, I love Morels.
I'm a full-fledged gangster. I don't play no games. You understand? I don't tolerate disrespect at all. Feel me? Like, what are you talking about? I don't do no talking. Pumpkin. Yeah. So, like I said, when people want to pretend and all that, bro, you just don't bring it out of me like that. You
And now it's scripting time on Negative 43 TV with a super chat tipping ad.
don't make me upset and mad. You don't make me feel like I should get upset. Like, about what? Who are you? That's all. No, I just ask questions and y'all run from the conversations because you don't have an answer and you're scared. You're scared of me and you're scared of the truth. That's what it really is. Like, just answer the question, bro. You know, like I said, what have y'all built lately? What have you accomplished lately? What have you ever done? What do you have? What do you own? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just weird. Like, you're gonna get on the internet and use a computer and all you do is illegal stuff all day on there, but you own nothing and have nothing. The dude's way ahead of you. You'll never catch up. All your entire Freemasonry can't catch up. And you just sit there saying negativity. Ooh, ooh, wow. Like, ooh, oh, hate. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that stuff consumes you, bro. Y'all living in fear, bro.
Duty consumes me. X19 come in. Agent X19 come in. Yes, I need you to confirm that you have logged the keystrokes. Yeah, the ones from his phone. Oh, you have been? Boy, I'll bet that is some funny stuff. Okay, Roger out.
Bro, I own you. Straight up. Anybody who's living in fear like that and letting hate consume them, I own you. Like, nah, you easy. You too easy to deal with the right way. You feel me? People like that, you deal with them the right way. You show them love and kindness, and it destroys them, bro. They can't deal with it. That's what I'm saying, bro. You don't understand, bro. I know exactly what I'm doing with you. Take all these people, for example, like the things they said and what they talk about. They thought they would think they was doing something, going back and forth.
Hatfield McCoy, I'll read it for the listeners. I don't know what to make of it. Be back gonna go get a bee swarm. I'm thinking that maybe a bee swarm is something other than an actual bee swarm. That doesn't sound too good.
As a narcissist with another narcissist on this network, they wasn't accomplishing nothing. At the end of the day, people have to get on here and tell themselves a reality that didn't exist and tell themselves something.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Thanks to Banana Bear Chew Biz. Skip, of course.
That never happened. Talking about, well, I've been. Everybody knows me. I've been a celebrity for years. When? Like, what?
That is true,
like I said,
Mike.
Like,
that is true because this was recorded at about 1 o'clock in the morning, Sneedville time, at his mom's house, and we have footage of that from about 30 different angles, maybe, not to mention the camera shots that we got through the window.
I'm gonna talk about it. Like, when were you a celebrity? Like, what? You a celebrity? It never happened. Some people are so desperate, man. They will literally hold up.
Please welcome Devin to God to the show. I believe
They will literally tell
timer.
themselves and try to
Shut the fuck up for a second, will you? And another arrival is a friend of all of ours. It's Vladimir Putin.
construct a fake reality. And that's the thing is, reality's just gotten so hard and so tough for people. This happened a long time ago for most of them, that they just can't deal with it. So they resign from it, and then they just can't deal with reality, and they're literally delusional. They're out of their mind. I don't have any business or concern talking to people like that. You feel me? So, like I said, you're not going to talk to me like I told you. Nobody has. Like I said, you got people who got played, and I got the best of, and that's all it'll be every time.
Very good, Sticky. Confirm that the downloads are happening now, please. Out.
It's going to continue like that. If I talk to you, it's of my own accord, no matter what. And if you talk to me, you're going to pay me. Straight up, bro. I'm a celebrity, man. You talk to me, you got to pay me for my time. Straight up. Charleston White have the same attitude. He does the same thing. You talk to me, you're gonna break some bread.
You talk to me, you're going to break some bread. Well, that is exactly what happened, but not really what I stopped this thing for. I just wanted to remind you that every month you generate $32,000 that we take from you.
Straight up. You're gonna come right and you're gonna pay me. If you don't pay me, I'm not talking to you. What's there
Order of action, be moving, yo.
to talk about? You can run your mouth all day. I'm gonna walk away. Why? Because I made it and you want what I got. You want to be in my position. See, that's the thing people don't get. This is the whole game, and I'm not playing it. I'm not a part of no game with you. I'm a street thug. You understand? The reason why you're upset is because I wasn't supposed to be this smart and intelligent, bro. I do this in my sleep, bro. This YouTube thing is nothing to me. This is easy, bro. This whole being successful as Batman thing, it's nothing for me.
Perfect. Engage the recharge process. Out.
Look, it's easy. Just like they told me, God told me, he said, you're going to get paid to exist. It's already happening. It doesn't even take that much effort, bro. I work out hard, I train hard, but it's not really work to me. I love it. So it's like pretty easy for me, honestly. You feel me? It all works out. I mean, it is what it is, man. Feel me? At the end of the day.
Okay, you want the surveillance skills. Follow protocol 6Y. Follow protocol 6Y.
Right. I just don't care what people think, man. You know what I mean? I pay attention. I keep my eyes peeled. I'm already like that, bro. I'm already like mad paranoid because you know what? Being paranoid isn't a real thing. Just like,
well, being paranoid isn't a real thing when the things that you believe are happening are actually occurring. Maybe you're not. I mean, you're paranoid schizophrenic, obviously, but in this case, no, you're not being paranoid at all. Everything's afoot that you believe is afoot. And I took some of that money that I got from you and I went out and bought some golf clubs.
Everything y'all say, y'all try to shame anger. Anger is a human emotion. If they try to suppress your anger, that's something they're doing to you that's wrong. That's not normal.
We're not trying to suppress it. We're trying to enhance it.
See, that's why they try to give people anger management, right? Because it's all programming. Control your anger. Why would you control your superpower? These silly fool, pathetic humans. Why would you try to control something that God gifted you with and gave you that's there for a reason?
We can have a confirmation that he is live. We'll go ahead and switch.
And that's why when people run their mouth at me.
So I think I've hit all the high points that I had scheduled for this particular video.
Right. I get pissed off and I don't play that. And people know better now. People already know. Yeah. I already turned up. I go 0 to 100 real quick, man. People already know how I get done. Everybody. All y'all know about me, fool. Feel me? I'm the pull-up king, too. You feel me? Like I said, I invented this game. I invented it all, bro. Ain't nobody going to take it from me. I mean, the fact that these people so delusional they think they can is funny because if I gave you the game, you couldn't take it. Y'all don't know how to be me. You can't do what I do. That's what's so weird. They so like hell-bent on a idea because they in this state of obsession, but they don't know how to do anything I do. It's all pointless. With narcs, like I said, they just make.
I suspect he may have heard earlier where I was talking about Agent TJ. The name of this one that he's got teed up is TJ Exposed. I saw reality since day one. I'm a prophet with the gift of intuition. Nice little bat symbol there. I've clicked on it on my phone. Should he actually kick this thing off, we will switch over live. Meanwhile, plenty of stuff where all of it came from, I guess.
Make a bunch of ruckus and it's all pointless. It doesn't mean anything and nothing gets done. If you're smart, you just ignore it and you don't react and they have no effect.
Yep.
It's a hard thing to do because you're a human being.
Yep, it is highly possible that he heard me mention Agent TJ earlier, and by the way, he's loaded too.
But just ignore him and laugh at him. It's really the best option. Just laugh. That's all I do. I just laugh, bro. I'm not attached to anything.
He's undercover as a broke dishwasher.
Bro, I don't care about material stuff. I do me in this world. Like, I just laugh at them. They're some fools. Feel me? Like, nah, homie, it's just basic respect, and you gonna show it. Like I said, you ain't gotta like me, but you gonna respect me. I don't care who you is.
We do neither, and we don't have to do either. How you liking that one there, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to shut down Smoke 'em if you got them for right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't continue to chain smoke your favorite marijuana. We're really kind of into that here. So after the first Smoke 'em if you got 'em, it's time for a visit from the one, the only Schizo the cat. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, he's radioactive, he's tripping balls, and we love him so much.
Straight up, I don't care what's wrong with you. I don't have to respect you. You gonna respect me. Straight up. I'll talk to any of y'all the way I want. You ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, like I said,
All
that's my
right.
whole deal, bro. Like, man.
Okay, down comes the curtain. No doubt you can hear my phone right now. So let me go ahead and pause this and get this thing going in the direction we want it to go. We're going to have some live Tyree Sneed, and against my typically better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and jump over right now, even though it's going to put us at his mercy. It's not really a good strategy. You like to wait, maybe 10 minutes at least before you jump in. But I have a feeling that this one may need to get into this one right now. Negative 43 TV.
This. You understand? What I'm doing every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
Okay, we're going to risk it all, and we're going to, what the fuck? What the fuck? Get this thing all the way back here. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. From the beginning, everybody. All together now.
All right. Welcome to the show, Batman Radio, the greatest radio show of all time. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. And I'm going to go completely in on TJ. That's right. Because people is funny as hell. And guess what? Here I am, completely emotionless, cold, don't care, not upset.
Emotionless, cold, not upset. He's gonna lose his shit.
Not mad. Not nothing, bro. No, I just don't back down, bro. Like I said, listen, homie, you already know what it is. You already know reality, bro. Like I said, you don't do no typing. There's no purpose in typing, bro.
Well, hell yeah, RTS. I'm not smoking quite as much as I have in the past either. I got a 1/4 ounce along with my usual cart order, and that lasted until the day before my birthday. So that was really, really good. And it looks like I will get to the end of the month with a cart left. Usually they're all gone, and they have been gone for days.
You know what I mean? Use a cow.
160 push-ups. I can do about 4, maybe 5, and then the shoulders say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
It's that simple. Use a coward. You've been exposed. We all know that all you do is sit there and hate, just like all these people. All of them are the same, bro. And he's associated with all these people who are failures, all them people that work.
It's Perk 15.
Work at them bars and stay stuck in the bar industry forever. And all you're going to do is just make me go more viral. Just like you said, keep running your business and talking about how you're Batman. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I if I do the real thing? See, there's nothing you can say to me. Can't say anything that's not positive because I'm.
But speaking of working out, I broke the barrier yesterday. I weigh 169.2 pounds. Another 3.5 pounds, and I'll weigh 165 pounds, which is precisely what I weighed the day I met Mrs. Baritone.
I'm to do the real thing. See, I knew day one when I started this, I already knew that everything I'm doing was silencing people like this.
That's a good question, Mike. Does he have a channel, and does anyone here know it?
You understand? What I'm doing every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. Right? Remember something, bro. Tupac said that, but, people got the best of Tupac. People don't get the best of me. I'm a little bit different, and I'm a lot stronger. Feel me? Hey, listen, bro. I saw through you like glass since day one. I've been seeing through you, bro. That's why I've been testing you on here, and I keep saying the truth, and you can't handle it.
Oh, thank you so much, Vlad. I'm addicted to going to the gym 6 days a week, the gym being the workout room, and the apartment complex that I live in, but it seems to have everything that I need. And I am thinking that maybe my next goal is going to be walking the golf course for 9 holes. That was an impossibility 5 years ago, but I think it might be what I'm working toward.
I knew you couldn't hold it together. Right, because you a hater. You just like all these people. You jealous, you envious, and you don't like seeing me, right, run my business, do well, succeed, make money. Bro, you know how many checks I've made with this business?
You've made about 4. You make 1 every 3 months. We let that money come through to you just out of pity as much as anything else. That, it's just so small. We don't even concern ourselves with that money. It's the rest of the money that you make every day that we siphon right off the top.
Like, what? You want to talk about money? Bro, you sit there and, you suck up to everybody and kiss up, and you literally work in the bar industry, bro. You have to work in the bar industry forever. All you do is the same jobs. You try to like apply at HEB and stuff, bro. Like, you're completely low level. Like I told you, man, billions in equity, mansion and estate, over 2,000 in jewelry, website worth almost 2 G's. My own car lot, I pay over $100 for it every month. Paid for a Porsche, 25 racks, $25,000. Put the cash on the table at the dealership. He has the link. He has no excuse. Mineral rights or royalties. What are you talking about?
We know exactly what you have. And we keep a running tally on you every day as to what you have versus what you don't have. And you are not currently in possession of anything that you claim that you're in possession of, and we have documented evidence of this going back 4 years.
What do you have? I have access to buildings that literally are worth billions of dollars, bro. I live like Batman. I live lavish always. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, $123 once every 3 months. You got to throw this dog a bone. It's what keeps him occupied. We try to contain him as much as we can from most of the outside world.
See, you make a big deal out of things that aren't there. You want to take reality and twist it and embellish it, and I'm just not going to let you.
He did. He was trolled right out of it. A couple of our agents very early on.
Like I said, how does that even become a fake argument? I'm not in no argument with you. I would never find myself arguing with a dude like you that literally sleeps on the street, bro. This dude sleeps on the street, bro. Like, this bro for years, bro, was always sleeping in the street. I ain't never had your problems, bro. That's why I left you the hell behind, I kept staying at.
In the video that we went away from later on, he does admit to sleeping under a bridge for a few nights. So, again, we know.
That hotel that you are banned from. You said you stayed there recently. No, you can't. You'll go to jail. You can't go to that hotel. Because remember what you did towards other people? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't go to that hotel. And like I said, I can stay there. I could stay there anytime I want. And they was literally hooking me up with rates. But you, nah, they won't do nothing for it. See, that's the truth. The truth came out. That's why you was talking to that one person, right? We remember who they were because they were actually a clerk, right? So now the truth just came out. That's why she made that little delusional snide remark about my pants when my pants weren't even sagging and I had so much money in my pockets that you could just see that I was balling and I had money.
She noticed that you were sagging your pants and she made a remark because you looked ignorant. Anybody that sags their pants just looks stupid AF. I don't care. You look dumb as fuck. Come on now.
I knew this dude was literally jealous since day one, right?
It also tells everybody if you're in jail that you're a punk.
Oh, and you was talking about, this and that, and you weren't talking to the clerk at that lobby, nor would I care, but you don't get any women. Like, women don't even deal with you, bro. Yeah, no, what you do is you just talk to people and then you spread jealousy and lies and you go behind people's backs because you're a snake. You're a snitch and a rat, like I said. So you're exposed. You're a coward, like I said. Like, first of all, don't ever get on my phone whatsoever. Number two, what are you talking about? You ain't saying nothing. Like, that's what I'm saying. They just sit there and get mad and then they just keep typing and all that nonsense. What's that got to do with anything, bro? Like I said, you don't live like me, man. I'm successful and rich and I made it in the world. Like I said, holding cash is for suckers. Maybe one day you'll learn, bro. I don't have to work in the bar industry. I don't have to do nothing every day. If I want, I can just chill. You know why? Because I'm already rich. Because rich is being wealthy. Wealthy is equity. Holding cash is for suckers, bro. Like I said, when I was in Austin, you was on the phone. Like I said, you made up to try to fake one up me. I knew you was a hater day one. Talking about, yeah, I know a guy, he made a...
You don't know anything about anyone. We were literally within 3 feet of you. An agent of the OOA was within 3 feet of you. The next one's going to be within 3 feet of you too. What happens that will, of course, depend on his orders.
11 bands twice, right? So you make up lies to try to overcompensate that you're fazed by my success. Dude, you's a clown, bro. You's a whole bozo out here, bro. You affiliate with all them people and they the same exact thing. So what are you telling me what's going on with them? Hey, I know all those people are getting their karma. What do I care? I don't take stuff personally, man. I don't take what you on personally. I don't care, but you just not going to disrespect me. Like I said, nah, I'll be in Austin anytime I want. You ain't going to do or say nothing towards me or about it, right? That's my city. You ain't even from there, bro. I grew up in Austin, bro. That's my hometown. You think I'm going to let anyone tell me what to do?
And we also know that you can't go back to Austin because there are, I believe the latest update was 4 people in Austin, Texas that are looking to make you donate blood, but not at a blood bank.
You already know. You know what I mean? Like I said, nah, bro, if I walk down the street right now and I walk right in front of you, bro, you wouldn't say nothing to me, bro. We all know what it is and what's good. So please stop with the fronting. You feel me? So that's my whole point, bro. Like, you know.
International Stanley is here on this Thursday. Of course, we call him Nick. To answer your question, yes, there is video. RTS is editing this video right now, and there should be a show on Saturday with RTS and Money Mike, and we're all going to get to see what Agent Money Mike got. Oh, yeah, you should also know that it's all out in the open now. It's all on the table. I decided that since he figured out that Mike was an agent, or rather his paranoid schizophrenia figured out that Mike was an agent, I figured the time had come to just lay it all out. So he knows now that we are feds. He knows that we work for the order of action. And he also knows that our entire mission is to keep him down and to siphon off the money that he makes on YouTube.
Oh, you're a good representative for your people. Straight up. Mm-hmm. Yep. For that group of people, right, that, like I said, is in modern day slavery and they don't do nothing but
I believe that can be done, yes.
Sit there and hate. That's all any of them do. Like I said, it ain't just your group. It's the other group, too, that's down here. Both the groups are all the same. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care whether you like it. Hey, quit hating. Till you quit hating, I'm going to keep on exposing y'all for what you do. See, y'all want to have a problem.
And that is going to be a very good start as far as this whole journey with Money Mike. There is good footage on his channel, and that's the name of it right there.
With people speaking the truth and standing up to y'all and telling you what time it is in reality. Just like I told you, I run the streets for real. Don't ever run your mouth at me, sucker. Feel me? You understand? You got to understand, I have to go through all of this. I have to deal with people like you running their mouth at me on a phone. What kind of coward stuff is that? But when I was in front of you, you didn't say nothing to me.
I don't know what kind of coward stuff that is at all. I believe it is time to, I even went so far, Nick, as to show him my badge. There it is. Yep, there it is. 00A or ooh-ah. Yeah, we're badass.
When I was in front of you, you was a good, you know what, like everybody. See what I'm saying? See, how's that fair? See, you're not fair about anything. You don't care about the stress that you cause others, right? But you want to sit here and act like, well,
oh, we care greatly about the stress that we cause you, because the more stress we cause you, the larger our bonuses are every month.
We're both in the rat race. Bro, I left the rat race a long time ago. I'm basically retired. I'm 35 years old and retired.
He's not retired. He's heard me mention being retired several times, and that's where that comes from.
Tired living the lavish lifestyle and always having, always will. It's just like these people online. They're trying to find any way to infiltrate something that can't be infiltrated, to expose the truth that can't be exposed, to find a way to dismantle what I built. But I built everything with my own hands and paid everything cash. What are you talking about, bro? Like I told you, bro, I mean, you're not making any sense, bro. Like I said, $4,000 TV, skateboard worth $300, 4 bicycles worth $200 to $300, bat cycle scooter. I put $1,300 into it. I'm sorry, but what? Paid over $8,500 in land taxes. Paid thousands on bills for decades, bro. What are you talking about, man? I run whole estates, bro. Like I said, I've sold 50-acre properties for $100K. Had bank accounts with over 300 grand. You's a hater, bro. You nobody, bro. You're just not near my level, man. I don't care that you jealous. See, that's the thing you gotta understand. Just because somebody's mad at you because they're not doing as good as you.
Oh dear, I'll read this for the listeners because that may be what happened. When I asked how Tyree got the bus ticket home from Kentucky, he said he used his mouthpiece. I hope he doesn't literally mean he used his mouth. Yeah, I think that might be what that means.
What does that mean? Like I said, I'm not going back down to you. I'm not going to put up with your nonsense, and I'll stand up to everybody. But like I said, you all ain't real about that. You want to get on phones and computers and be fake about things. Like I said, what's that got to do with reality? Listen, homie, I'm Batman of reality. If you don't respect the guy who literally runs the streets, right? I mean, the fact is that you do, because you don't have a choice. So you have to respect me, but I have no respect for you. Right? Like I said, bro, just do your job. Like you say, you working, whatever you doing, do your job, bro. You know what I mean? Because that's what wage slaves do. Just understand me. I'm lamped up, good, chilling. I don't got to work. I don't got to work for.
That's a good question. We can actually confirm that just a minute. Yes, if you would please, could you pull up the? Yeah, well, by God, you took it right out of my mouth. Yeah, I want to see the Kentucky footage right around the time that he left the cult. That's about all for right now. Thank you.
For nobody, you know why? Because I work for myself, and I run my own media company. You see the point here? You said I'm this and that. I've got all these things going on that I don't have. You try to misquote me. You're saying I asked you for something. I never asked you for something. Your exact words were you wanted to do these things.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of our prized agents, please welcome Shamrock to the show. And as always, whenever Shamrock shows up, it is time to display the very, very rare four-leaf Shamrock. She's just that much of a badass. Welcome to the show.
I have it all right here on my phone. You said that you wanted to whatever. I said the same thing over and over to you again. That's why you're upset, because you know it's reality. I don't need nothing from you. I don't need help. What are you talking about? I don't need none of that, bro. I'm trying to build a conducive environment and build unity.
Yeah, Shamrock, make sure that you and that guy get your badges. I believe they're over on Discord.
And you're a detractor that's against bringing unity in these hoods, these communities. See, that's the thing. People like you are trying to basically get people to be apart and divided. I don't got time for you. I don't need to stand up to you people anymore. I already stood up to everyone out there. I already stood up to everyone in Austin and all your people and all of your group and backed everyone down. Y'all already took the L. You see my point? See, they want you to be on that vibration. You feel me? They don't want to be on a vibration of reality. Bro, listen, you ain't no gangster, bro. You ain't no gangster. You ain't no thug. And you talking to the real deal, the Don Dada, the actual gangster who, like I said.
Oh, you actually dragged the story out of him. Hang on. Secretary, please. Yeah, cancel the last order, please. I just don't want to know what happened. Apparently, we have a show coming up. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you can leave early. We don't have anything going on. See you tomorrow.
It runs the streets. Like, I don't care who get out of pocket, but like I said, y'all keep all that stuff on the fake internet, on the fake phones because you're soft. Ain't none of it real, bro. You ain't never been built like that, man. Come on, cuzzy. Them people at them bars have been making fun of you for years and decades, and you don't do nothing about it, bro.
Yeah, he heard it, but he doesn't realize that the person that got sunned was him because, again, he ate a voodoo curse that was sprinkled on his food, and when he received the $15, he also received a government code that guarantees that he will show up on Google Earth no matter where he is, as long as he has his phone with him, and it doesn't matter if the phone's on or off.
They say whatever right to your face. They treat you a certain way, and you have to put up with it.
I mean, it's all out in the open now, right, Tywee?
Underling. See, he thinks he's fooling someone, but you ain't never fooled anyone, bro. I can see hate in people and deceit in people's eyes. You've been an agent for them since day one. See, I was just letting you do it to yourself and leading you down the rabbit hole, right? So you could do it to yourself. You walked into your own trap. You set your own bait, and you basically went and took your own bait and walked right into the mousetrap that you set for yourself.
Whatever the hell you could possibly mean by that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a sponsor. Let's start off with a classic sponsor here on Negative 43 TV. It's the Spider Tree Id. 44 minutes after the hour, 16 minutes until the top of the next hour. Just like I said the last hour, sometimes the magic just happens.
You see the point here?
No.
Nah, see, that you could ask Christina. I'm a genius. I know what I'm doing with people. The only reason I've been dealing with you is because I was waiting for this moment. I was waiting for you because I knew you couldn't hold it together when you would expose yourself. And don't worry, I'm genuine. Like, no, like I thought we was all right. I thought we was cool, but like if you want to go, south with it and do that, and that's what you did too when we was in person. I remember, especially when we were in that hotel, I remember you would do that. You would start trying to talk out of character and talk like you tough or like you angry, but you wouldn't really like, you wouldn't really do that. Like you wouldn't really take it to that point or take it there. So what's all that, bro? That's just fake. Listen, bro, you an undercover hater, man. You the worst kind, bro. People like you is a joke, bro. Listen, who are you at all? You don't own anything. You don't have anything. You sleep on the street, bro. You used to sleep right in front of that jewelry store. You want me to expose you and put the jewelry store up, the picture of it publicly on this channel to show where you used to sleep in front of? It ain't hard to look up. It's right there on Congress Ave. This dude used to sleep on the street, bro. He used to sleep right there on literally on the tile in front of a jewelry store. Okay, he had to sleep next to other dudes and stuff like every night, bro. And I would literally walk right by him.
You didn't walk right by him. You were sleeping next to him. We have proof.
Half the time, bro. He don't even know. I used to walk by you at night because I used to stay up at night and walk around because I'm Batman, literally doing my thing. Literally. Like, what?
Yep.
Bro, like, when I'm in...
He is talking about TJ. I think he heard me refer to him as Agent TJ earlier in this show because he is an agent. It's all out there now, just like you wanted, Tywee. Are you sure you really wanted to know the extent of it? And I've only scratched the surface.
Austin, normally,
it's a real fucking iceberg, buddy.
I don't have a choice but to be out all night and up all night. I'd be walking all over the city. You feel me? And no, it don't mean I'm lacking. Actually, it means I'm very good and set. And then I get hotels on top of it. See, you would always try to act like I was in your boat. Like you would tell me how you're sleeping in yards and behind buildings and all. I ain't never lived like that, bro. Never. That's the point. If I'm going to be out like at nighttime, hey, I'm going to make the most of it during the day, right? And then at nighttime, I'm going to go out and enjoy, the life in Austin and enjoy the night. It's a beautiful thing to do, honestly. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, it would be a lot of fun if you had money. You don't really. The only way that you're really going to get any money would be to earn it yourself. If you got a job, we're not authorized to attach paychecks. That's not what we're authorized to do. Any YouTube income, that we're authorized to just out and out take.
And it's a great way to save money. I would recommend it, but you people not smart enough to consume knowledge or understand any concept or do something that's...
And we welcome that guy to the show, and he arrives with a read it for the listeners. If you don't have a choice but to stay up and walk around all night, it does indeed mean you're lacking.
It's going to be beneficial and help you. Like I said, bro, miss me with all that fake typing, bro. What is the typing for, man? I'm a grown man. I don't do that. See, I'm trying to talk and you want to interrupt me and just type things. Like I said, because that's what trolls do online. That's what you are. Hey, listen, bro, I ain't stuck working a job working for other people. Working a job at this point is not a badge of honor. It's something you should be ashamed of. So what does that say about you?
Well, I'm working right now. Yeah, X1, go ahead. Close that perimeter to 50 yards. Now bring it into 45 yards. Let's make sure we got him surrounded. Not too close, though. Okay. Over.
Got the link right now. You don't see him clicking the link or coming on the panel, right? Right. It's not like I'm going to let him on here so he can just sit there and
it's so free. And I don't even have to mute the mic anymore to deal with the business going on behind the scenes. It's just everything's so much better now.
And fake yell and scream and overcompensate. You know what I mean? When I already told him what it is in reality and he backed down. That's all. He already backed down and hung up the phone.
Okay, Nega says, Mike, you should have asked him to dance Reddit for the listeners because, of course, I did.
Right, because you know the facts. And I say everything the right way, too. I go about things the right way when I'm dealing with snitches. Real talk. Yeah, you's a real good, I know exactly what you are. And and what you projecting for? Why are you calling me names that apply to you? That's the same name. That's just another alias for basically like a snitch. That's what you are. You're a coward. Like, what are you talking about? The things you doing and the energy you on is some sucker stuff, bro. Yeah, I run my business. I don't just run a business, bro. I run the streets, bro. Like, I took everything over. See, you're mad because you didn't expect that.
Okay, code 210, follow protocol 398. Protocol 398, please, over.
You knew what's good. You already know what's good. Just like I told you, just like with all that stuff that you talking with in the cartel, man, there ain't no fear of the cartel here because I shut down the operations all the time, hands on, straight up. I've been shutting their operations down straight up. I don't know what you talking about, bro. It's a small world, man. You know what's good. That's why I told you, bro. I come from the culture for real down here. I'm a real integrated part of the community. That's why these people so mad because I really stand for something. I'm really something. I really protect all these people. Yeah, I could say and do what I want. I got a lot of clout. You feel me? Yeah. If I wanted to push my weight around, I could, but that's just not how I am. And I'm not a bully. You feel me? I don't like bullies. I stand up to them.
Well, if you tried to push your weight around, which of course you never will because you're too much of a coward, we would intercede in that instance. Another thing that we do is we're not going to let you get out of pocket physically with anybody, but generally we're not really concerned with that because you never do. Why would you start now?
You know what I mean? So, like, you just need to get real with yourself, man. You would do.
Yes, it is what's on right now. We're about 11 minutes or so behind.
You've been trying to work them little rinky-dink jobs forever, and you're just a narc. You've been literally hating and mad forever. And what the stuff he was typing, it's just so crazy how they start blurting out projection. I don't know if he was even saying about narcissist. Yeah, that's you. You're the narc, right? See, you think I don't know what you on, bro. I've been knowing what all you people on, and guess what? All you narcs lost. Yep, at all them bars.
Hey, I'm looking at the Chiron. Those new ear mites at the spider tree, and boy, they're a bitch. So I'm told.
As one man you tried to target, like I said, y'all sent people to stalk me, and you knew that the dude who came to stalk me, right? I told him exactly what it is right in the bar, bro. Told him, bro, listen, I own a mansion and estate. I own billions in equity. I ain't hear nothing you talking about, son. Like what it is, what's goody. Stood right in his face. He backed down. He went and got on the phone in the middle of the bar and said, this white boy's crazy. I told him in front of all the dudes that work there, the people who own that bar. I was right there G-checking him in front of them.
Live fiction from Tyree Sneed.
I'm a real dude. I'm a real gangster. I don't do fake stuff. Like I said, I go down 6th Street and dudes that look like him have their hand and put their hand over their face and look down because I've already told them what it is on the.
Yeah, I remember when I was smoking marijuana with restraint. It wasn't a very long time, mind you.
Phone, right? And when I see them, they be running from me. Not only running, but hiding. Yeah, one of them put his hand over his face because he just didn't even want to see the nightmare walking in front of him because he knew what it was. See, I already G-checked him. I already told him.
I love that so much, nigga.
What it is, reality, right? So.
Yeah. So.
All fake, man. Like, you convinced me with that. You ain't got to do all that because I'm not fake like you. I'm real. Anything you got to say to me, just say to my face. Feel me? But they can't. Like I said, he ain't going to say nothing to my face. He ain't going to do nothing. So I could care less about what he talking about because he's fake. Everything you want is fake. What are you telling me what I'm going to do? Bro, I'll walk right to 6th Street and walk right up to you and anybody. I'll do what I want. What are you talking about? Don't ever tell me about what I'm going to do. You understand? Don't sit there and try to play games with someone you know is on a whole vibration of a thou and keep it real as hell and really from the hood and the gutter because you ain't from it. You ain't never been from what I'm from, bro. You ain't tough, nothing. I built my whole legacy off of pure toughness and being built and strong. You see me doing literally, what did I do? I set the new world record today at 152 pull-ups. No, you see, if it was just about being tough, well, we've been won that. No, it's not about just being tough. It's about being smart. You see, I have to do both, and that's the hardest thing because that's the hardest thing is dealing with the stress that comes along with that. Don't try to give me a hard time, little homie, when, like I said, your job as the peasant you are that sleeps outside and works these jobs as a wage slave is to donate and support me and my career and my business. Yeah, I'm a YouTube star. If it was anybody from your group and your people, y'all would be donating.
I started smoking when I was 13. I was chronic as fuck until 2004, at which time I had to quit because the job I had for 24 years closed, and the place I hired into, or any place you were going to hire into, you had to have clean piss. I'm not for it, piss test, in most situations, because there is not a company that, in my opinion, has any right whatsoever to your bodily fluids. But I had to stop, and it was easy, although I will admit for the first week I was no nice guy. But after that, I hadn't smoked anything until I went on sick leave to have a hydrocele repaired. check out what that is. It's loads of fun. I got like 3 or 4 joints. And apparently I didn't give it enough time. Now, this is dirty right here. I walked back in after being on sick leave for a month. Hi, Rich, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing really good. Okay, you got to go for a piss test. I've been on sick leave for a month. You know, there's a real good possibility I could test positive for any one of a number of things. You think it might be more fair? Nope, got to go now. It's random, don't you know? And, yep, sure enough, I got fired because of it. And the irony of that entire thing was, I remember the last day I left, Old Dominion, that's where I worked. I'm walking across the dock. My back is fucking killing me. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, Rich, I think I will make it until the end of this week. And then I'm going to go to my doctor, who told me a year ago that in his opinion, I was disabled. And I'm going to tell him to start the process. Well, never quite got there.
But see, you're unfair and discriminate, and we all know what you are in this country. And like,
dude, the plant that I worked at, the place that closed, oh my God, is a free-for-all and a heart of sin. It's not just a line from a Ted Nugent song anymore. I lived it, and you looked forward to going to work.
Like I said, I'm making a stand against you. Feel me? Now, for sure, I'm going to make a stand against you because, see, I try to be cool with them. I see everybody with equal eyes and equality. I don't see none of that other stuff. I just see people and human souls. And
you see human souls. No, whatever. You just say things. You know, Mr. Smith is here. And funny that I would be talking about getting fired. I hate to hear that, Mr. Smith, but seems like you're the kind of guy that's going to get another job right quick.
And I try to give them every chance, man. They all snakes, bro. They all do the same thing. So, see, you make that one politician look like what he's saying is right because it is true. That's why y'all be targeting, right, people who look like me. You target my group and my people all.
Well, for me, it depends on what I'm smoking. An indica is going to sit me right the fuck down. A sativa, yeah, sativa will make me active. It's good for writing. The mind works good. It's good for making videos.
All the time, right? But they don't pull that with me. They ain't never pulled that with me, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. The most I ever went through with something like that was Dallas, and they would just run their mouth when we was in one of those buildings, and I would G-check them too and tell them what it was. And all I had to do was talk. They would act like they were going to do something, and they would never do anything. None of them are really about anything, bro. If you push the issue,
man,
they're going to back down. They've been in the same.
Oh, geez, that really doesn't sound like a damn Appalachia and moving to Salt Lake City where people wear special underwear. I'd do everything I could to avoid it too.
Position forever. How do you think they were in the same boat there? They've been in slavery, in modern day slavery today and since the beginning of eternity and time. That's the fact. And I get paid to say the truth about you and your group. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Just like I said, you'll run your mouth, but you ain't got money for a bus pass. You're not going to say anything in front of me, right? I mean, it's common sense. You ain't going to come to the valley, right? I mean, you're scared of the valley. Like,
that sounds brilliant.
All of your group, let's just get real. You're scared of me. So what's the point of talking and running your mouth? I don't get that. Like I said, I try to build a real cute, conducive, positive environment on here. You know what I mean? Because in reality and in the streets, I'm a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, between the heat and the hurricanes, yeah, that'd be enough.
You feel me? So like I said, you got to understand, you running your mouth, but you already know what it is because you know about me. Did I not stand up to all the people you know? Right. Have I not always set it off and been about it? Right. You already know what's good. So what do? Oh, they try to use underhanded means. Oh, we're gonna try to target him and gang stalk and send people to follow him and watch. What's all that? Because you back down?
That sounds freaking brilliant. I would buy one of those if you could figure out a way to have them made.
If my issue is with one individual, if everybody want to jump in, hey, the more the merrier, no problem. If everybody's got an issue, bro, I'm just saying, stand on your issue and be about it. Quit talking. Straight up, bro. I'm not from that cloth. You see, your group is from that cloth. That's why y'all don't ever stand on nothing.
Yeah, that is definitely a project you should take upon yourself, nigga.
Like I said, they don't have a spine.
Who needs a degree in game theory? You can do it.
You push the issue, they ain't gonna back down every time. All these people are gonna do is talk. They're never gonna do anything. They're never going to really say much or say anything in person. They're just going to sit there and continue to be naive and continue to be upset at their predicament because they're stuck working in bars. Everyone on 6th Street
There you go. You got 2 customers waiting for you.
is broke. Everyone in Austin is broke. What are you talking about? This is what I don't get is these people really want to front and pretend like all the stuff that happens and all my history in the street and reality just doesn't exist. Boy, get out my face, bro. I don't got time for you. Feel me? Just straight up, bro. Like I said, what are you on my phone for? What does that have to see? You don't do that. I don't play that game with nobody. I don't do that. You already know about me. So why do you do things showing that you're a coward? And why does that become my responsibility and my problem when somebody's breaking the law and getting on my phone? What are you on my phone for typing a whole bunch, bro? I don't play like that, man. You're a grown man, bro.
It is now the top of the hour wherever you live in the world, unless you live in Newfoundland and Labrador, in which case it's 35 minutes after the hour. I'm Rich Baritone. Yes, I'm Major Rich Baritone. Order of action. As you all know, we're all order of action. We do, in fact, all work for the feds, and that's pretty much what this entire show has been about. I mean that. Speaking of which, just a minute. Attention all personnel, attention all personnel. 2,000 reports must be submitted now. The 2,000 reports must be submitted now. Email to the address you have been supplied. Email to the address you have been supplied. Over.
This is a grown dude, bro. What are you talking about? What's that got to do? You so out of place, it's unreal, bro. You went out your way to deal with me, bro. I didn't ask you for nothing, ever. You want to be associated. Like I said, I've been talking about you every day. Nobody else. I ain't talking about nobody else, right? You want to be down. You want to be cool. You want to be good with the movement, right? You sitting there, but secretly, you jealous as hell. Listen, can you do 152 pull-ups? Right, you can't come close, right? Okay, then miss me with the tough act, bro.
Of course, that isn't relevant to anything that you're talking about, but do, of course, go on.
I'm superhuman, bro. I mean, you're going to sit here and fake challenge superheroes now? That's what y'all going to do? And like I said, like, TJ, he's a fairly big dude. I don't care how big you are.
Echo Delta, very good, perfect.
That don't mean nothing. You're still weak. You still ain't me. What? Just like Tupac said about Biggie. He said, on the street, I'm your big brother. You feel me? See, you're not getting it, bro. You ain't Biggie. See, we can't have an East Coast and West Coast thing. We can't get on wax and start making rap tracks to each other because you ain't nobody. You sleep on the street, and I never have. Ever. I ain't never slept in no street, bro. Like I said, I've done things because I wanted to do them.
Okay.
Not because I had to. When I slept under the bridge, it was because I wanted to. It was...
Nobody sleeps under a bridge because they want to, unless they're crazy like you are.
Something I wanted to do. I wanted to see what it was like. It was actually kind of cool. It was a cool breeze. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. And you got to watch like cars go by. It was a cool little experience.
If you enjoyed sleeping under a bridge, you're even more messed up than we think you are. Than we know you are.
It's different, right? That's number one. Right? Other than that, I might have, for a little while, maybe on a bench somewhere like in Austin or something when I would first get there or here and there. Who cares, bro? Don't make me any less of a person. I only did it because, like I said, at night, I mean, there's nowhere to go. I don't live in that city. I mean, what does it matter? It is what it is, bro. Like I said, y'all want to complain about everything. Y'all got something to say about every little thing every single day, bro. Like, say it. Stand on your issue, man. If y'all got something to say it, bro. Quit with the gang stalking, quit with the fake stuff, quit with the acting, quit trying to make things look cute like all of us are trying to get along. I ain't trying to get along, bro. I ain't never going to get along with you people. None of you. Y'all ain't from here. None of you. Straight up. Y'all all know what it is, bro. Come on, bro. You're infringing on this territory. In the first place, man. Y'all been infringing in this country on this soil.
We have a mute game winner. It is Negasonic Middle-Aged Dickhead. Yeah, I was actually giving an order out into the ether. As it turned out, not even into the ether because the mic wasn't on. Very, very good win there for Negasonic Middle-Aged Dickhead. Just a little bit behind Sticky. Speaking of Sticky, Sector 32 is very good, telling him to initiate track plan Z1. Track plan Z1.
Since day one, all of you, like I said, no, it definitely, I'm glad you did that because it just goes to show the truth. It goes to show the truth that all they do is sit there and be envious and jealous. So what right do they have to really be in this country? Real talk. Why should we have to put up with them and tolerate?
Yeah, guys get all kinds of looks on that content.
If that's all they're going to do, if they're not going to respect this soil and respect our home and where we come from and what my ancestors built, why should they act like this is their territory? It's not their territory. You can sit there and pretend all you want. You feel me? Like I said, they over-dilute the job labor market. They over-dilute in the streets. They over-dilute YouTube as a platform. They over-dilute every single thing you do. All they do is stand there, get in your way, and create problems and become a nuisance.
Programming note, we will be here until the bottom of the hour. That will be 25 minutes.
It's the truth. Like, what you going to do about it? Yeah, I'm a white man saying the truth about all of you. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. It's reality, man. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of people not having nothing positive to say. Like I said, how are you supposed to make it and win if
look out your window, Tyree?
Everybody's a hater. This dude, the church cult, like I said, that's why I talk about y'all. And notice the common theme. Are any of those people, do they look like me? Are they from my group? Exactly, little homie. And even the ones in my group, even my own people, they do it. But I'm just saying, not to the capacity that y'all do. Y'all stay on that, bro. It's like, all you know how to do. You don't know how to do anything else.
Okay, one more time. It's time to fire up with our favorite government-supplied marijuana, ladies and gentlemen. Smoke them if you got them, and it will probably remain so for the rest of the program.
Feel me? Been like that since day one. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just think it's weird. I think it's weird how they all try to act like they have amnesia. You got amnesia about your history too, apparently. That's y'all's whole problem. You want to sit here and pretend like we follow the rules of society. Batman don't. Any of y'all want to hop out of pocket? You got something to say? Say it. Say it and stand on it, though. Because I notice your group doesn't know how to stand on issues. Your group likes to front and pretend and fake the funk and ain't about nothing. That's the truth. Is it not? You don't get it, bro. I'm standing up for what's real. I'm standing up for what's right. I'm standing up for the fact that all of them are cowards and the straight up, you got no business being in my territory, in my land, or in my country. Straight up.
Look out your window, Tyree.
I think all of you should go back where you came from. Straight up. I really do at this point. Because it's been too much. I mean, you can't work a job. They won't even let you work down here because they're discriminating. You're saying I can't live, I can't do anything. You've got whole actual factions and illegal organizations and groups working against me. You got everybody won't do their job because they're corrupt and they're against me too. They're jealous. Like, I mean, bro, nobody's going to put up with that. People don't want to live like that, man. So like, if we need to just stand up to all you, hey, guess what I've been doing since day one, pumpkin? Right. You see the point? Someone like TJ, he's nobody. Like, what? You going to tell me something about where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do? Okay. But you sleep on the street. You know what I mean? You don't even have a company. You don't have your own job. Like, see, that's the thing when people try to talk.
Indeed, Money Mike, I'll read this for the listeners. It's quite clever. Tyree is a bottom that will be on until the bottom of the hour.
And they try to say something to try to be like intentionally come at you some way, but what they saying doesn't even make sense. I don't play games like that. You feel me? I'm telling you what it is, bro. You ain't gonna run your mouth at me, period. Don't ever run your mouth at me. And that's all I told you. Don't ever pretend with me. So you play games. I don't. I'm being completely serious. You got no business coming out of pocket and trying to talk back to me or talk crazy. And that's why I G-checked you and let you know what it is and all that I have and own. God provides. You talking about I'm asking you? Because I never asked nobody for nothing. Again, I never asked the public for nothing. I'm encouraging the public to do your job. I don't need to ask. I entertain you all, and I built a business that entertains and
copy that, Sticky.
Does videos and does content. I'm Batman. I do all these things for you. I protect you. All these things, the talking, I educate the public. Why would the public not compensate me for what I do? I never asked you for nothing. I told you I actually gave you a command and a demand. You can research every episode. I've never asked nobody for nothing, ever. I never said, please, can you please give me something? Please. When what would be against that and what would be the problem with that? I'm a human being. I deserve to have the right to do that. I mean, if I need something, I need something. But like I said, these people, they don't have anything to give. You feel me? Real talk. There's Tubby. Yeah, like I said, bro, they're all the same. They're all nobodies. All y'all do is talk about
Okay, would this be Baritone's birthday take two that you're speaking of?
your money and your nonsense, but you're all miserable and you got nothing going on. You're all exactly the same people, bro. And you're always going to be the same. All y'all sit online, you want to look at every detail and try to create something that I'm doing wrong or find something I'm doing wrong. I don't answer to nobody. I'll do wrong all I want. I can do bad all by myself. I'll do what I want, say what I want. I live in a free country and I'm going to stand on that. Anybody got something to say about it, pull up and say it. Feel me? How about that? How about we quit fronting? Exactly. And ain't nobody ever going to pull up and say nothing. Ain't nobody ever going to tell me nothing or do nothing. And that's been my stance since day one. And these people have yet to prove it wrong because they can't. Because I'm not a guy who writes checks I can't cash. I'm not a guy who doesn't back up any position I state. So you don't sit there and play games with a dude that you know is going to stand on business. You don't do that. You see what I'm saying? That's not how it works, bro. You understand? You don't play games. Be real about it. It's one or the other. Like, are you standing on it or not? TJ ain't standing on business. See the difference? See the difference in me and who I am and my people and my group and how we actually stand for something. But people like him, when have they ever stood for anything? Like I said, all you do is drink alcohol and go to jail and get locked up and go to prison. You want me to lie to you? What? You people act like this is planet of the you know what, like y'all running something. What do y'all run? You don't control nothing about what I do or my life. I don't live in a nation ruled by you people. Trust me, bro. I would move quick. I would go to another country. You feel me? This is my country. I ain't going nowhere. You feel me? Straight up. Like just like you talking about Austin. What does that have to do with anything? Why are you talking about going somewhere and all that? Hey, listen, you are the one who needs to leave my city. Austin is my hometown. You understand? Like I said, why do you say things like trying, like I said, they try to antagonize and instigate. Like I said, you a snitch. Yeah, you try to get gangsters worked up. Right. I don't fall for that either. I don't take bait. See, I'm such a genius. I analyze people's behavior now, and I'm smart and I think ahead.
You proved just a couple of days ago that you are no judge of anybody's behavior. Nobody. You can be touched that easily. Better watch out for the next one. Although at this time, I don't know what his mission is going to be.
Like I said, in martial arts, if you can outsmart your opponent mentally, you never have to go to the physical. You see my point? No, what I'm saying got a lot of people triggered and pressed. What I'm saying is the truth. What I'm saying got a lot of people rooting for me and saying, man, he's really making a stand and actually standing for the truth and saying something like, bro, y'all don't run this country. This is our country. I don't care what you say, bro. I'll tell any of y'all to your face. I represent that every day that I'm walking, everything that I do. Y'all act like if I'm doing one thing at one time, like that's all I do. Since when? I haven't even been in this situation or this instance for very long. What are you talking about? Like maybe several months. I was doing a bunch of different stuff before. Like I said, I was running my own food truck, my own business. I was cooking for people. How are we the same? I don't get it. At what point were you doing that? Like when I was running the food truck, that's what you were saying. Oh, where do you work? This.
Yes, he stole that logo, and allow me to demonstrate that one more time. Upper right-hand corner, please. There we go. There is the ripoff. And here comes the original. Yes, indeed. He is a thieving little bitch.
And that. Right. So you can start talking to him. That's why I don't tell you nothing. That's why you like, don't worry about where I work. Don't worry about where I'm at. Because I already know I'm already paranoid when it comes to all you people because you're all the same. I ain't met a person yet. And it's so-called women. It's these so-called dudes. All of them ain't women and ain't men. Every single one of y'all is on this weird narc behavior. Like, cool, be a narc. I'm going to make sure that every one of you narcs lose to me. And I'm going to rub it in your face. And now I'm going to make it personal. You sure you want to get cute with me? Yeah, you not getting it, bro. Pushing the issue with me like that, you just started a whole thing that ain't never going to stop now. See, that's the difference between me and you is you got to be careful and watch what you say to me. I'm not you. I don't play games. I don't talk to people who are homeless and let them mouth off to me when I own billions in equity, a mansion and a estate, over 2,000 in jewelry, my own car lot. I pay over $100 every month. I built all of this stuff with my own cash, my bare hands, and my hard work.
Now do you see why we work so hard to keep you as isolated as possible from the rest of the society without you being incarcerated?
Hard work matters, bro. I'm not going to be disrespected for the work
I keep pushing for it, but they keep saying no.
I put in this life, in this realm, and you're going to respect the Sneed name. You don't have a choice. You can go online and say whatever, hiding, right? Because that's what cowards do. When you win against them, they all run and hide. Anyone can say and type something, hiding. Nobody cares about that, but you're going to respect my family crest and my name. I promise you, because I'm not you people. See, nobody respects you all, and you all don't do nothing about that every day, but everybody has to respect Batman. Everybody respects Tyree Sneed. That's the truth. Whether they like it or not, whether they have a choice or not, they respect or they fear me or both. Feel me? So like I said, don't do that, bro. Don't start mouthing off to somebody who's real and he does what I do for a living. That don't make no sense. I'm an enforcer. I'm not you. You're a civilian. I'm an enforcer. See? Civilian, enforcer. Civilians don't get to mouth off to enforcers because it's common sense. See, I'm not going to ever put myself in a predicament to drag me down because I'm too smart and educated for you because, oh, you're upset. Y'all been upset since day one. That's all you do is worry about me. Why are you worried about the white man? What I got to do with any of y'all? If you notice, the majority of the people who have it out for me, hey, what group are they from? All of them, almost. And if not, I mean, they got some kind of derivative that they still from it, or they trying to act like they cool with them or down with them, which I don't get because y'all don't even come from that. I come from that. Like, I'm the one that comes from the culture. That's the weirdest part of it.
You're the one that comes from Trailside Drive. We went over that about, what, an hour and a half ago.
I come from the actual culture. I was raised in that culture. My dad had me around the real one since day one.
You were raised around multimillionaires don't cap, as the kids say.
So it's like, I got love for everybody, but once you start this nonsense and I keep finding out that all y'all is on some, some sucker traits and what tendencies, like 50 said, okay, no problem. You feel me? No problem, bro. Like I said, I've been waiting for you to jump out the box. I mean, ask Christina, bro. I've been testing the waters with you. That's why I keep running my mouth about you saying the truth, and you don't do nothing about it. You don't even say nothing to respond because you can't say nothing because it's the truth, bro. You've given your word a million times and broke it. Dudes were G-checking on you on your phone, bro. You's a sucker. You ain't never been no brave dude, so just be you. So that's the thing. You didn't have to be someone else for me to be cool with you. You see what I'm saying? So-called women do the same thing, man. They try to act like someone they not. Why are you trying to impress people? Just be you. Like I said, I don't have any hate in my heart. You know what I mean? Like I said, I try to give everybody credit where credit's due. You know what I mean? I thought he was all right. I thought he was all right dude. And then I give you a chance and then you go ahead and you pull this stunt. Hey, listen, bro, all I said is reality. And you're the one who's, you're already cussing. You're cussing up a storm like a sailor. You're already mad for no reason when all I'm asking you is a basic question. You keep putting exclamation points in your text. So I'm out. You don't lack for nothing. Boy, every time I've ever known you and seen you, you're in a state of lack. So what are you talking about? You ain't never not lacked. Okay, you got to stop that. And I don't mean lacking like Chicago terms like in Chirac. I mean you lack in the state of you don't even have like peanut butter and jelly. You ain't never had nothing. You always don't have nothing to eat. Don't have nothing going for you. See, the reason why I disattached from you in Austin too is because I got my act together and I was doing well.
We are absolutely the enforcer in this scenario. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't need anything from you. I didn't, none of that, bro. Like, real talk. I didn't even have to use you as a stepping stone, nothing, bro. You were complaining, I think, about paying for the hotel for like, what, 1-2 nights? Big deal, bro. I paid for that hotel every night, every other night, bro. Like, what? It don't make no sense. And maybe I just didn't do it for you. That's just how things worked out. It wasn't intentional. You know what I mean? Like, no, I would have done it if I was able to. But like I said, companies pay a certain way. And I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, that's out of my control. Feel me? Everything you say makes no sense. When you say all you're going to do is all I'm going to do is come on here and expose you real quick and say the truth and say the facts and explain that I'm going to stand up for myself against all of you now. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of this country being hypocritical and all of you acting like we live in some conundrum that you people run when you ain't even from here and got no right to be here. No, it's not happening. I'm going to start standing up to you. I'm going to let all y'all know what it is. And this is going to be my whole stance. And guess what? I'm an independent politician.
You're not an independent politician. I don't even know really why I paused it. It just rinse and repeat here.
That's why I like what that dude was saying. He was saying, hey, you got to stand up for the issue. See, I didn't understand it, but now I'm looking at it from the real spectrum because now you're showing your true colors. See, that changes things. See, it's you all who don't want unity. I'm not trying to create a divide. That's what matters at the end of the day, is having unity or taking the government's bait and creating a divide because fear is getting stronger than love. That doesn't work with me. I still got love for TJ. I got love for every human being and everybody. But you're not going to sit here and play games with me. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to talk to me no funny way. You see what I'm saying? And that's the point, is that I really shouldn't have any love for people like that because they ain't got none for me. That's the whole point. When you sit there and you say, well, I've tried to do all I can for you. And I said the truth, bro, you sent me $5. That's what he said. This dude's so delusional. He said, I've tried to do everything I can for you. You mean sending me $5 and making up a bunch of nonsense, and you're upset because I keep calling it out that you...
This is called being an ingrate. An ingrate.
You're a dude who says lies. You're a narc, that you paint things that aren't there, meaning you're maniacal and delusional and insane and out your mind. And I'm just asking the question of what is the purpose? I mean, listen, you talked to me, you wanted to get involved with this channel. You just said, I want to go on the show. Right. You know why you want to go on the show? Because then people you hang out with that you keep referencing that work at that bar that nobody wants to work at, that's chauvinistic and I'm filing a lawsuit against. Yeah, and they're going to lose and have to pay me millions.
That bar that's chauvinistic? Guess who doesn't know what chauvinistic means?
Yeah, smart one. Yeah, all those people are failures and they failed and they worried about my business and wish they could shut down my business and what I do. And I could care less because I'll run that risk anyway for saying the truth, because that's the thing. This isn't just a business. This is a revolution. This is about stating the facts about everybody. If I can't come on here and have freedom of speech, what's the point? I don't care. I don't care if I get flagged. I don't care about a channel. I don't care about a platform. I don't care about that. You all care about that. Like I said, my next check's made. That's all I care about. It's already set. I'm just building it higher. Other than that, like, no, I use any platform I get on. I use to speak the uncut raw truth and tell people the reality behind what's going on. And the fact is that it draws a lot of attention. I have a lot of power publicly, and it gets people involved that want to understand where I'm coming from and what I'm saying. Like I said, if the whole world got an issue with me, I want whatever's coming to me. That's the difference. I represent my people for real.
I've been telling you just a little bit of what's coming to you, and you don't want this. It's coming, baby. And you'll find out about it right here on Negative 43 TV, the station that doesn't have anything to hide. 21 minutes after the hour, we'll be here 9 minutes.
I stand on my own too. I don't have an army with me. I don't have nobody with me. I roll dolo. See, that's why people down here respect me, because they don't have a choice, because I make sure they respect me. I make everyone respect me. You feel me? And they have to respect me because they look at it and say, well, yeah, he's on his own, and he's way out of his element. I mean, not really, but I mean, at least, it looks like I'm out of my element, right? I stand out like a sore thumb. And he still is real as hell and stands up for himself, and he's from the street. They ain't used to seeing that because there's not too many dudes like me. People from my group and my culture or whatever, my people, they don't get down like me. They don't talk like me. They don't walk like me. They don't hold their own like me. This is not a game and an act, brother. You got to remember, bro, I lived in the arch, bro, for like years.
Sticky, check your DMs, please.
Years on and off. I lived in the bridge in Dallas. I mean, research the bridge and the things that have happened in that place. It's worse than prisons. I've been in and out of the system. I've been in and out of jails. I've been in and out of cop cars a million times. I've been in the Bluff in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. I've been in Marietta. I've been in Cobb County. I've been in DeKalb. I think I was in DeKalb jail or Cobb County jail or both. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I've been through the system. I got locked up in Bankhead on the most notorious street in all of Atlanta. I've faced corruption head on. I go into the belly of the beast. That's what Batman is about. So for you to say the things you...
And Shamrock and RTS, please check your DMs.
Saying, hey, you just basically, making it to where I got no business.
Frost, if you're hearing this, please check your DMs.
Business talking to you. That's why I already blocked you. We got no business speaking. You have the link, so you should be able to listen. Right? Hey, you did that to yourself, bro. Like I said, see, that's the thing. You paint a bunch of fake lies and nonsense. Talking about, man, I already got... No, because you're lying. Because what you're really trying to do is, in your mind, you feel like you're setting someone up. Because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to go to Austin, smart one, because I got everything built, and somebody's putting a battery in your back, meaning you work for free for other people. You're a coward, bro. And you're trying to... And other people are telling you, yeah, do that to try to hold him back. Have him go to Austin, and where he don't have the money to come back. Like, I'm literally telling him, bro, I'm down to do it. I just need to wait a little bit because, I'm trying to wait and let my money come in. right? And he's sitting there, oh, if you don't want to do it, see, you're misquoting me on purpose. That doesn't make any sense. It's not possible to misquote me if I just told you. So I told him again. I've said 18 million times, I'll do it, but I mean, I need time. I got to get what I'm getting together and do what I need to do. Common sense, right? So they act like they can't hear you, right? Because his only agenda is somebody's telling him, hey, have him come to Austin and then pretend that you tell him that you've got this place for him and you're going to cover all the food expense. I don't need you to do any of these things. I've been taking care of myself my whole life, bro.
You need him to take care of these things. We know just about how much money you have. Am I going to tell you here? Hell no.
No, I can go to Austin anytime I want. I could go in the street in Austin and survive and make it. Straight up. I for sure don't need you. You don't have anything. Come on, bro. You're out there struggling. Get real. That's reality. The reality is you've always struggled, and that's what I'm saying. I don't talk to people who communicate in terms that aren't reality and don't exist. That's a waste of my time, bro. I don't care how none of y'all feel about me. I'm not here to kiss up. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm the one who literally completely broke the system. I defeated the system. I defeated corruption. I defeated the judicial system. I defeated all the injustice system because it doesn't serve any justice. I defeated all of this system that you all work for, and you continue to remain wage slaves. And that's my whole cause. Is I'm a true revolutionary, and I'm trying to get people to wake up and get out of the matrix and exit the matrix. I don't care who you are, people of all creeds, all everything.
So what does this have to do with exposing TG? I'm just wondering.
You have a choice to exit this matrix and stop supporting this system. If we all pull back and we stop supporting this system, then we can get back to what we need, which is equality, love, and caring for each other. That's why donating to me is such a big thing, because it symbolizes a new era of life. It symbolizes how we can actually build and get somewhere. See, if people will donate money to me, then you're creating and building and helping a cause that wants to help each other and support a cause and people and an idea that is going to bring us unity and help each other and get back to taking care of us as human beings and treating each other right. Do I not deserve a standing ovation and applause? But see, you all are so selfish and greedy and filled with contempt and jealousy and envy that you can't do that because you can't get the hate out your heart. That's what this is about. People like him, because you know why? Because you're weak. That's why I don't care what you have to say. At the end of the day, brother, you're weak and I'm strong. I'm not going to let you trick me out my throne.
At the end of the day, you are under our control. Double OA owns you.
I'm not going to lose it and crash out because, oh, you expect me to be mad. I don't do what's expected of me. I'm unpredictable. I do things and say.
Oh, did you ever try the Metamucil sticky? You'll put something out you just won't recognize as human.
Things that people never thought I would do and say. Okay, you have to understand, I'm completely uncontrolled in this environment. I'm an awoken being. You call it crazy, I call it enlightened. Okay, no, I'm capable of anything, anytime. I'm capable to say and do anything. I can do whatever I want. That's reality. Yeah, I'm unchained and unleashed. I'm a real beast. And you don't come from this walk, none of you, and you don't know the things that I have to go through, just like what I'm going through right now. You don't care. Sitting there feeding me a bunch of nonsense. This dude was literally talking about, yo, I'm going to get you a ride, blah, blah, blah. Get me a ride. I'm not telling you my information, number one. Number two, how are you going to get me a ride with no money? That's what I'm saying. Well, bro, I'm literally trying to do it right now. Yeah.
If he offered, he had the money.
Because you know I'm tired because it's nighttime. That doesn't make any
Because he knows you're broke, it's nighttime, and you're scared to death because you're a little bad.
sense. Like what? See, when you got people like that, like I said, the narcs are trying to sleep deprive. They all use the same tactics. They don't get. I already went through it, bro. I went through it in that basement in Green Bay. I was made in basements. That's what people don't get. I was made through being treated like the worst possible way. I was made through all the things that I've been through. Like right now, the fact that I'm neglected, the fact that I can't even get what I need, and it has nothing to do with money or hustle or success. Nothing. It has to do with that all you people refuse to do anything for me as a human being.
Like I said at the beginning of this thing, you are actually generating about $32,000 a month in income between your Cash App and your donations, as you like to call them, your super chats. And we're taking every bit of it. We have been for years, and we're going to continue to. And that is all that I have for you on this Thursday now evening, where I am right now. I'd like to thank everybody, as always, for spending some of your Thursday with us here on Negative 43 TV. This was a very important show. This was the first live stream where Order of Action is out in the open. We're going to be working in the open from here on out, and I love it. It's just so much better than what we were doing. The denial, I got tired of it, and I'm sure you did too. So right now, we can be totally open with the fact that we are, in fact, from the federal government. It was a great show as always, but you know what I'm getting ready to say, don't you? Sure you do. It's time to bring up the house lights and go home. Oh, before we go, Saturday Madness will be on. I'm planning on going at 4:50 p.m. Sneedville time. Now, RTS, you let me know when your show is going to kick, and I'll work around that show time for absolute certain. So again, it is time to bring up the house lights and go home. I'm Rich Baritone, and until the next time, I'll talk to you.
And now, Negative 43 TV KUNT ends another broadcast day. Negative 43 TV is a wholly owned subsidiary of Baritone Media, LLC, with corporate offices located at One Cross Tower in downtown Sneedville. Negative 43 TV studios are located at 6969 Dead Daddy Drive in Sneedville. Negative 43 TV operates at a power of 200 hamster wheels, turning at exactly 61 revolutions per minute. On behalf of Rich and Marie Baritone, Old Betsy the Computer, Pete the Destroyer of Bud, and the rest of us here at Negative 43 TV, I'm Cleveland Steamer. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. And now, high flight.
Slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter's silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.